in anybody's mouth. I have the emails that he sent to the leadership of UG Solutions.
So send them to Coach then. Show us those emails.
Why?
Because you have yet to show any kind of evidence. So
the evidence is there. The proof is there. Why did GHF shut down? Why did GHF not provide the biometric?
The evidence has only been your word. Show us the evidence that you.
And my word has been impeccable.
No, it has not. Your word is not your bond because you've been demonstrated to have lied multiple times.
Multiple times. So explain.
At what point do we stop?
Please lay out these multiple lies.
At what points do we stop believing the liar and we believe the people who have taken oaths to tell the truth?
People? Believe who?
The boy and his mother?
I mean, do you want? It says
you can believe.
I left for my son's best interest.
You should believe that the boy that GHF provided on the 4th of September is Abood. Believe that. The boy that was killed on site number 3 by the IDF is a
So they were
no, because in the sworn testimony
they're not identical.
No, because
there's so many features about them that don't look alike.
No, because in the sworn testimony, other GHF operators said we nickname him Abood because Amir because it means prince, and we nickname a lot of kids prince because they're little princes and princesses that are running around Gaza.
None of them were there on that site on that day. I can tell you all 9.
Well, they all agreed.
It was 10 sworn affidavits, and I can tell you all 10 of them.
Let me just bring up the affidavits.
And they weren't there. Let's go through them, each one. I'll tell you each person. None of them were elite operators.
You don't get to tell me that.
You just said you were going to bring them up.
You haven't opened your screen.
You just said you were going to bring them up.
You haven't yet to open your screen and show any of your evidence. Where's your evidence of his body? Where's your evidence of any of it?
There's plenty of evidence.
You haven't shown anything. So at this point,
shown it to who?
You have your screen closed.
Shown the evidence to who? Because I've shown
Nick,
it to the people that matter.
You stated you would show it to Nick, and you have not.
I will send it to Nick when he accepts my message request. I will send it.
He did accept your message request. Send it.
No, he did not. He did not.
You guys are giving me a headache.
I have the photo. Okay. No request to Nick. I have it. I can show you.
Yeah. By the way, Anthony, really quick.
I would even go so far as to pay for my own travel and go have lunch with Nick, and he can go through my entire laptop and go through all the videos himself.
Great.
I would gladly do that.
Go for it.
Go for it.
So
I'm ready.
I'm just curious.
You said.
Great. Show up in California.
Okay.
He'll meet with you.
Look at Danielle's screen.
Actually, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I'm going to be in California speaking at a synagogue in Orange County, and then speaking at a mosque. So I'd love to meet up with Nick.
Bro, nobody cares. Just look at Danielle's screen.
Well, you obviously care. You're asking me a question.
I didn't ask it to you. But
so you're interrupting your peer? Nice.
Because it accomplishes nothing to know where you're speaking at. Nobody gives a shit, is what I'm saying to you.
Well, apparently I'll give a shit because you care about where I speak before.
Anthony, sweetheart, can you just calm down for a minute? Look at her screen.
I'm looking at it.
There's no message request.
There's 0 message request. That's interesting.
Who's that screen from?
That's Nick.
That's from Nick.
This is Nick's fiance.
So who's that page from then?
That's from Nick. He took a screenshot of his account showing that you didn't message him.
So I have a message. I haven't messaged him yet because he hasn't accepted, so I can message him.
You have to send the message first.
You can easily take a screenshot of the message that's not being accepted. I want to see it.
It's not a message that's not being accepted. When I go into the message to send him a message, it says, you cannot send a message to this individual until
that's bullshit.
Screenshot
he follows you. That only happens if they don't follow you back, and you can still send at least one message until they accept it. And he didn't get
you can send 3. You can send 3 actually. It's 3 messages.
And he followed you, so that shouldn't be an issue.
In fact, I just tried to message earlier today when I made a follow for you. I just tried to send you a message that wouldn't allow me to.
Just own up.
Hold on. You said you sent him a nudge.
1 second.
You know, when 4 people talk at once.
You said you sent a nudge.
What are we doing?
You said
he literally said you nudged him. So you said you sent a nudge. We've got that recorded.
Would it make it easier if I followed you back and you sent it to me?
Well, I'm not sending you the link. I promised it to Nick, and I will gladly. I will be in California. I don't care.
We're getting married.
Good. I congratulate that. I think that's awesome.
Bro,
but I'm not going to send it to
just
you.
lied out of your mouth. You said you didn't send it. You were waiting for him to accept. Yet you said you sent.
I wish I could summon him, but
you said multiple times that you sent the message.
Well, I'll tell you
so
what.
what is it?
We'll
make it easy.
Which is it, bro?
I'm gonna be in LA for 4 days from the 8th, 9th, 10th, and the 11th.
What church are you going to?
Okay, well, we're not
in what synagogue? Because there's nothing.
Hey,
So
guys, do you guys mind if I
Irvine,
just for 1 second have a
Jewish
minute,
Community
please?
Center, and then I'll be speaking at a mosque in Irvine, and then I'll be.
You expect Nick Nick to drive there just to see this? Why don't you just send it?
I'll drive to him. I don't care.
Just send it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just
I don't
send
know
it,
California very well. I've been to LA. I haven't been anywhere else in California, so I don't know where in California he lives. But I will gladly Uber or rent a car.
Yeah, like messages are way more convenient.
I'll meet with him. I'll give him the whole thing. He can look at it, and we can actually have a discussion.
Do you guys just mind for just 1 minute, please? Thank you. Anthony, you have the ability to just send it to him. So instead of meeting with somebody in person,
why wouldn't
how about you just
I would
send it
prefer
to
meeting
him?
with him, actually, now that I've brought it up. I think that's what I would prefer.
You agreed that you would send it to him. So now it sounds like you're finding a way to weasel your way out of this.
How am I finding a way? This is actually a more concrete way.
No, it's not. You could just send him the Google Drive. You could just send him.
Why don't we? How about instead of all of you speaking on behalf of Nick, like he's the emperor, how about we just talk to Nick?
Anthony, Habibi, just relax
when
for a
he gets
second.
out of class.
I'm just curious. You said that GHF suspended operations.
I'll wait.
He's in class, so
I'll wait.
You said that GHF, amazing. You said that GHF suspended operations because of what you've been doing. Is that?
Oh no, I didn't say that at all.
Why did they suspend operations?
Great question.
Really, you don't know the answer to it?
Why would I know that? What
you seemed to point to it earlier in the conversation, but we got further away from it.
GHF
and I just
ceased operations, and the head of GHF stepped down, and they are under a lawsuit because they owe $5 million to the vendors in Israel that provided the food. That's a fact.
Coach, I can prove to. By the way, Anthony, I can prove to you that this is.
Can I just quickly?
1 second. They shut down.
So many people want to speak.
He's not speaking.
I just want to finish what I was saying. For some reason, it didn't take me off mute. Anthony, they shut down information. They shut down GHF because of the ceasefire. That's why they're not doing it.
That's not true, because we were operating in a ceasefire. We actually began operations and operating in the ceasefire when the first ceasefire was enacted in February, March.
Because other organizations, along with the UN, took over operations for administering the aid.
When?
During the ceasefire. It was a part of the
ceasefire, GHF stopped operating because the UN has been allowed to now resume operation.
And there was
no ceasefire. So the reasoning for the GHF being shut down, if you read what came out of the 20-point plan discussion, GHF was specifically banned.
That was a demand of Hamas.
It wasn't a demand of Hamas. That's not true at all. Hamas wasn't part of the 20-point peace plan.
All I know is he's not speaking at the JCC in Irvine. Where else did he say he was speaking? Because I have the lineup for their events. Yeah. You're not on it.
I'll actually send you the video after I've spoken.
Anthony, of course they were involved. They're the ones that they made the deal with. How do you think we got the hostages? How did we get the hostages if Hamas was not involved in the plan?
They
were involved in the ceasefire and the hostage negotiation. They're not involved in the 20-point peace plan. No, they're not.
Of course they are. They're involved.
No, they're not.
They were involved in the negotiations and for us to have a mutual agreement.
They were involved in the negotiation for the 72-hour ceasefire and exchange of hostages. That is true. They were not involved in the 20-point peace and prosperity plan for development.
Yes, they were involved in terms of
they were not.
De-arming and demilitarization of them, which they also agreed half-heartedly.
That's not true.
That's a different story when you're dealing with a internationally recognized terrorist organization.
Even Secretary Marco Rubio himself said that the disarmament was not agreed to, it was proposed. The 20-point peace and prosperity plan.
No, it was agreed.
It was proposed.
They accepted the deal. They accepted it, but they always came back with second-handed trying to renegotiate.
They accepted and they signed on the dotted line for the 72-hour ceasefire and the exchange and return of hostages.
So either way, Anthony, in the beginning when the GHF was open, there was no ceasefire in place. The ceasefire ended in March in March, and when the GHF, there was no ceasefire in place.
Who was operating checkpoint number 4 at the Netzarim corridor between February and the 16th of March of 2025 during the ceasefire?
During the ceasefire, I'm not aware of that personally. It doesn't really matter for me. What I'm saying
it does matter because you just said the GHF wasn't operating.
No, it wasn't operating. There was no GHF. There was no GHF in May. It was only between. I didn't say May. And yes, May. GHF did exist in May. They sure did. Yeah, so that's when it started. But here's the other thing.
That's not when it started.
The exact same moment, Anthony. Anyways, the point I'm trying to get to, and I've been waiting for this, is
you're not being accurate in what you're saying.
I am being exactly 100% accurate.
No, you're not. The GHF didn't start in May.
When did it start? Yes, it started in May.
We began distribution in May. The GHF was created in the end of February and March during the ceasefire.
Okay, was it on boots on the ground, February or March? No, it was not.
Yes, it was. Who?
No, it was not, because there was a complete ban. There was a complete blockade of aid that was coming in. There was no aid coming in. How can you tell me there was a distribution site when there was no aid coming in?
I didn't say there was a distribution site, but there was distribution going in.
You just said there was. Who was doing it? There was a distribution site on the ground, February, March.
Who ran
distributing
the
what aid when there was no
checkpoint?
Aid coming in?
There was aid going in through GHF.
There was
to the
zero
checkpoint.
aid coming in between.
Not
February. Well, don't you remember the 90 days? There was zero aid that was coming in from February till May.
Nathan, just so you're aware, he's getting confused.
I'm not getting confused.
Of GHF, which was February 2025.
That's right.
And the first day they started passing out aid, which was May.
That's
2025.
right.
Correct.
Then I was there when we did it, on the ground, boots on the ground, and in February, UG Solutions.
The first day that they started passing out aid was May 26th, 2025, not February, not March.
So who's talking right now? Tango, what do you do for a living?
That doesn't matter.
I'm just asking. I don't tell you the details of your job. So what I'm telling you is that in February through March, UG Solutions was on the ground in Gaza, manning checkpoint 4 at the Netzarim corridor. And aid was coming in through the GHF to the Netzarim in a limited capacity. The GHF had already been operating with UG Solutions and Safe Reach Solutions in Israel and in Gaza. In May, GHF went full scale to 4 sites, the sites in the south and the site in the central. They were operating before then.
So you're saying
that was pre-GHF is what you're saying.
When you guys Solution were before
when they were working working alongside Egyptian security personnel.
They were monitoring the Palestinian cars before they were involved. I'm talking about UG Solution.
Correct.
Before they were assigned to distribute.
It had zero to do with food, though. Food started being distributed on May 26, 2025.
That is when large-scale distribution at all 4 sites started. May 26th, I was there.
No, not at all 4. At one site. Day 1 was one site.
Mr. Aguilar, one thing is for sure. When I went, and I just went now through what the Biden administration sold to Israel, I was absolutely correct. It was the 155. Any simple search in Google will tell you that we do not use the 105 ammunition. We're using 155 howitzer that was provided by Biden administration. We are firing even 155 millimeters from the 109. Now, when you say that we use the M1 101 that is firing 155, you just lied.
I did not lie about anything. The Israeli Defense Forces have the,
by the way, guys, it was
the 105 howitzer, and they have the 155.
Sorry, too many people talking. Can't hear.
No, they do.
We don't. By the way, the UG Solution that's the owner of Jameson Gonavani. Is this the guy that owns the organization?
Jameson Giovanni. He doesn't own it. He's the board. He is the CEO of UG Solutions.
Is that the one that was arrested for hit and run in the United States?
Damn right. He was also kicked out of the Army for a DUI, and then he was arrested in North Carolina for a hit and run DUI.
And you worked for him, right?
I worked for UG Solutions, yeah.
Yeah, and he's the CEO, right?
He is the
some
CEO.
postbox in North Carolina, right?
Yeah, he lives in North Carolina.
Yeah, that tells. Tell me who your friends are. I tell you who you are.
He's not my friend. I don't know him personally. I worked under the company, so yeah.
I'm sure you do. He recruited you.
He didn't recruit me.
Didn't he?
I've never.
Wasn't like a recruitment form that actually specified that one of the credentials that is needed for UG solution is to be a sniper?
No.
Okay. I just want to prove that he's wrong about when the food distribution started.
Really?
Did you just say that in order to work for UG Solutions, one of your qualifications is you had to be a sniper?
Yes. Do you want me to show you the recruitment form?
Go for it.
You don't have to be a sniper. Do you want me to show you the recruitment form?
Yeah.
You don't have to be, but with an advantage.
Well, sure, I guess. Maybe.
I also took you to Mr. Levitz. I mean, this organization existed for a long time, right? Levitz. With another company called Triple Count, if I'm not mistaken.
Triple Canopy.
I'm just wondering why he lied.
You had some debacles in Iraq at that time as well?
I mean, in Iraq in 2006, there was a company called Blackwater, which I think most of you are aware of. That was owned by...
No, I'm not talking about Blackwater.
Blackwater became Triple Canopy when they were shut down.
Can we just quickly...
I don't have words for you, honestly. I don't have words for you.
Okay. Can we just debunk his lie real quick? Again, here's a PBS news article that talks about GHF starting to operate. The article was written May 27th because their first day was May 26th, 2025, That's right. And before then. That GHF was not distributing food prior to May 26, 2025.
Where does it say that they weren't before? They said they started May 26th on that date in that location. Where does it say they weren't doing any distribution before May 26th?
Dude, even you said it wasn't GHF then, that you said some UG Solutions sect was doing it. It wasn't GHF.
If you would give me a moment to speak uninterrupted, I can give you the breakdown of the GHF.
You've been speaking the entire time uninterrupted. No one's interrupted you.
Not uninterrupted. I think we can all
agree that your lies are bits and pieces. They have parts of truth in it, and then you start forgetting what you've stated previously.
I haven't forgot anything that I've stated.
Let's let him speak.
Coach, he literally just spoke with Ariel, just pointing out his lie that he told Ariel about when it started.
I got you.
Yeah.
Let's give him a chance to explain.
I showed the article, so I'd like to see what evidence.
I know. So let's. He wants a chance to explain.
Yes, I'm going to give him the question. So when did GHF start distributing food then? GHF.
The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation began its initial distribution in the March timeframe during the ceasefire. Before the ceasefire ended.
May 26th. GHF.
Not true.
Show me the evidence.
I mean, okay. I mean, you can look it up and see that that UG Solutions and Safe Reach Solutions were operating at the Netzarim corridor.
I did look it up, and it says May 26, 2025, not March.
Oh my God!
So, do you have evidence showing that GHF
I can go to Google and find the same evidence
prior to May 15th?
Who was manning?
No, you can't.
During the ceasefire,
because GHF was
manning the Netzarim checkpoint.
Okay, again, you stated GHF was giving food out in February and March. That's false. Now, them manning a checkpoint might be one thing.
It's not false.
But food distribution did not start with GHF
and they were distributing
May.
They were distributing food.
No, sir. They were doing checkpoint.
Yeah, they were.
So here's sort of the problem, right? So during the month from January 19th to March 1st, Israel allowed in 25,000 trucks of aid. This is all monitored and recorded via GOGAT.
That's right.
Now, as of March 1st, they cut the aid off.
Yep.
We know because we dealt with that shit here, but what you're now telling us is that there was actually food going in, despite the fact that from every other source, it tells us there was no food going in.
Even Al Jazeera, even Al Jazeera agrees with the date, May 26th.
Yeah, until May 26th when the GHF facility opened up.
During that period of time, from the ending of UNRWA and the UN and the beginning, there was a banning of UNRWA going into Gaza. Are you kidding? Are we arguing that? Kogat banned UN and UNRWA from going in. Yeah, that's not an argument.
Not the UN. UNRWA.
UNRWA falls under the UN. Holy shit.
Yeah, but UNRWA was not the one distributing food. It was
yes, they were.
Oh, Lord. This guy really doesn't know what
I actually have a former UNRWA employee sitting with me right now. UNRWA delivered aid into Gaza.
But
that was the mechanism.
Where are you getting the information that specifically GHF was distributing food in February?
If you would allow me to explain to you the breakdown.
Please.
Okay.
Safe UG Solutions, Safe Reach Solutions, and the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation did not exist, period, until January and February of 2025.
Okay, we agree with that, sure.
When the concept of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation was stood up in order to execute the actual security, aid, and logistics.
So wait, so you're not saying anymore that they were distributing food?
I am saying that. You didn't let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
Just keep going.
When the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation was established as its non-government, non-profit entity, in order to execute operations into Gaza, they would need a contract body, a contract entity. That was Safe Reach Solutions. Safe Reach Solutions needed 3 subcontracts in order to execute the parameters of the contract between Safe Reach Solutions and Kogat to replace what would eventually be the replacement for the UNRWA mechanism. When Safe Reach Solutions decided who they were going to hire for that, UG Solutions became a thing. Jameson Giovanni created UG Solutions out of the former Sentinel Foundation.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think we agree on this part that this institution existed then.
So UG Solutions.
We're not disputing that they existed. We're disputing if they actually distributed food in the time frame of February.
So it wasn't GHF for sure.
UG
so you're saying
Solutions.
It wasn't GHF that did it in February.
It wasn't UG Solutions either.
Yes, it was.
Okay, but wait. So you're saying UG Solutions distributed food in February of that year? Where's the article about this? Where could we find it?
I see no record of that operation.
You can see it in many UG Solutions.
They were manning only the
Netzarim checkpoint 4.
Yeah, but there was no food distribution.
They were manning
at checkpoint 4. They distributed to the personnel that were tracking through the Netzarim corridor back into Gaza City. They were providing parceled food items from GHF to the people passing through the checkpoint.
To the personnel, but not to the people of Gaza who were needing the food.
Not to the personnel. No, to the people of Gaza. They were giving water, oranges, rice,
until what date,
beans.
Up until what date?
Until the ceasefire ended.
Okay, so like
some date in March.
The few dozen people that were in Israel, because they have a border, and some people come in for medical. You're saying they were So who were they giving out this food to?
It even says in February 2025, UG Solutions was involved in supervising vehicle checkpoints into Gaza alongside Egyptian officials.
That's right. That's Egyptians and UG Solutions.
Hold on. Then their role evolved into managing security at GHF that began May 26, 2025.
That's right.
No food distribution was happening in February.
Let me ask you this, because I feel like we're talking past each other in confusion. Because I heard someone say you're talking about the few dozen people that came in and out of Israel. No. Where is the Netzarim checkpoint?
The Netzarim checkpoint is...
The Netzarim checkpoint was at the intersection of Salah ad-Din Road, Wadi Gaza. At that location is where the Netzarim checkpoint was. It was called Checkpoint 4.
So interesting how UG Solutions doesn't even write about that. Interesting.
Okay, I mean,
okay, so
you can see it on their website.
Okay, so they were giving food at this checkpoint.
Yeah,
okay.
Can I ask you why on their actual website?
Where could
says
we
that
read this?
When 3 or 4 people talk at once, I can't hear.
Okay, but wait,
Just
real quick. Where can we read that they were giving out food at this Netzarim corridor?
Well, you can see it in the original articles from various news sources. You can also see it from their webpage.
Okay, give me an article to read. Right now.
Yeah,
I don't know. I have to go.
So wait. So then I got a question then, Anthony. Why is it on UG Solutions' own website?
Please.
Small. Can I just address this really quickly? Because
no.
The press release says May 26th.
Yeah, May 27th, the first distribution.
No, but
I know, Gangster.
It's May 26th.
Gangster, come on. I'm begging you, please. What's the article that says in February the GHF or this group that you were talking about gave out food to people that were passing by or in the Netzarim corridor?
That was the operation during the ceasefire.
Okay, but who wrote about this? You said there's articles that are about this.
I mean, it's also on the UGS webpage.
Oh wait,
Where?
hold on. Can I?
Unless they. So when you go to the UGS webpage to their media,
please.
Okay, can you give me a link? Give me a title. Give me something.
I mean,
UGSolutions.com,
I guess.
I just type that in and I'll find it. Where do I go?
Yeah. Hold on. Can we read this for a moment? All of his claims about Amir. There's a FAQ section on the UG Solutions website, and if you go down there, a UG Solutions contractor complained to management at the command center that this was illegal. The contractor has said managers witnessed the pew-pewing on camera at the command center, but nothing was done. Is this accurate? This is absolutely false, just as the claim above is false, meaning that at Site 4, there was unaliving of anyone. There was no shooting. We have directly spoken with the people named in the situation and all confirm this never happened. Further, the UG Solutions manager named, which is you, Tony, was not even in this role on May 29th, further undermining the credibility of the source's claim. And here's the claim, right, that on May 29th, a UG Solutions fired into a crowd of Palestinians at Site 4. It was supposed to be a warning shot. Okay, well, even on UG Solutions' own site, they have an FAQ.
So
and it says that it's absolutely false.
So you're telling me that the people that I accuse of breaking the law and committing a crime are saying that they didn't do it, and you're accepting that as truth?
You haven't shown me anything. It's just your word.
You've seen the videos of the shooting with the guy saying "woo-hoo, woo-hoo." I think you got one. Woo-hoo.
It goes into the sand.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
By the way, if it's going to be on May 29th, these text messages by you, Anthony, said it was a privilege and an honor to see America's best doing America's most important work in places where most Americans will only see on TV or read about. Why did you send that on May 29th if you said on that exact same day you saw the boy who you call Amir being unalived?
That was exactly my question last time.
Oh, and that's a great question, because the after action reports, the daily, what they call the daily exum, I was tasked with writing those. And the
Why
one that I
wouldn't you
wrote,
write the truth then? If that was your truth that you saw,
and this is a personal text message, by the way, too.
Why didn't you write that?
It's not a personal text message.
No, it's his. No, but the thing is he is saying that he didn't write it in there. The thing is, when you write up a daily sheet, which is your responsibility, right? I need to communicate what's happening on site. Why didn't you mention on that day that there was a shooting? But you said that everything was kosher and cool and great and lovely and amazing, and Gazan people are happy that we're here. Why would the Gazans be happy you're there if you're shooting at them? It makes zero sense. Your logic doesn't track at that point.
My logic doesn't track to you because you are not allowing me to finish the questions that you asked me.
Again, the complaint about not finishing when you've just literally been talking the entire time.
You just asked me about the exums. Have you allowed me to explain it?
Coach, are you here?
Yeah.
Coach, has he been answering the questions that Smallwood has been asking, and Nathan has
Well,
been asking?
I think he was about to answer me, and I was actually looking forward to.
I was trying to answer you.
Yeah, you're right. So, like, I think you were about to give the name of a title of an article. I think. So I couldn't find it. Like, just make me big real quick. Like, this is an AI. I typed in. I tried to find it, and I also went to ugsolutions.com. I mean, you could direct me where to go on their website. But I just asked AI, basically, when UG Solutions or GFS was manning the Netzarim corridor, did they give out any aid to people in February? Can you find any article quoting it? And they say that they did checkpoints, they did vehicle inspections, checkpoint security, law enforcement, specifically not interacting directly with civilians or distributing aid themselves.
At the Netzarim checkpoint.
Yes.
During the ceasefire, because during the phase of hostilities before that ceasefire, not the current ceasefire we're in, but before the past ceasefire.
From January 19th, 2025.
But we're not talking
Go ahead,
about
Coach.
March 1st, 2020.
No, but
January
we're not talking about
February.
we're talking specifically
January
about
17th, 2025 into March 1st. That would have been that ceasefire you're referring to.
That ceasefire. During that time,
we're only talking about
Palestinians.
February.
Wait, hold on. Let's let him finish.
Palestinians that were allowed to go back into Gaza City during the hostilities. The Netzarim corridor was shut down and restricted. No one could go north of it. No one could go south of it. When the ceasefire started, people that lived in Gaza City, who had been moved out of Gaza City for the evacuation, were allowed to go back. You had two different populations of people, I guess you could call it, in terms of those that were moving from the east back to the west, and then those were moving north. Families that crossed north over the Netzarim back into Gaza City were provided with water, oranges, potatoes, and a box of food parceled items, rice, lentils, flour, basic essentials that were put in a box, and they were given that as they went back into Gaza City.
And this was
that
in
was
February?
Provided by it was during the entire ceasefire time frame, January through February through 1 March.
Okay, where can I read this? Wait, where can I read this?
Everything he told us last time, Coach, when he said that the box is May 26th.
Where can I read this?
God.
No, just where can I read what you said that we're getting this box of potatoes, and where can I read it?
Nowhere.
The distribution of aid. I would even call it necessarily distribution of aid. I would call it.
Is that the name of our article?
No, I mean I don't know what article it's in. I mean I know it because I worked for them. I saw their operations.
Okay, well I looked it up. I looked to see if there's any record of it. I couldn't find anything. So surely, if this was it sounds like a big operation because a lot of people headed back to the north. You haven't
found
somebody would talk.
You have not found anything that discusses UG Solutions operators manning the Netzarim checkpoint.
No,
that's not
manning the checkpoint. I'm saying distributing this mystery package of aid that you're just.
They were not distributing in terms of distribution operations like you would see from site number 1, 2, 3, and 4 during full-scale operations that began on the 26th. What they were doing was giving to people as they crossed the checkpoint. It's a bridge over the Wadi into Gaza City. Those people were given by family a box of food, water, and oranges. It was an emergency ration.
Okay,
those emergency rations were provided by the GHF.
Where can I read that?
I mean, I don't know where you can read it. I know because I worked for them.
You can even Google
Israel was being criticized like hell during this time for not letting any food in. If there was this mystery box that was being distributed, wouldn't somebody on the pro-Israel side be writing about it? Oh, we're letting in food.
I think that there's a misunderstanding in terms of humanitarian aid distribution at scale to subside to actually for the population to subsist, and emergency rations given. So during the first break of ceasefire when the UN and UNRWA were no longer going in, that other organizations were still going into Gaza in small amounts, such as the World Food Program, the World Food Kitchen, the Gaza Food Kitchen.
So
they were still going in.
We're still eating.
So now you're claiming that the entire world was lying about no aid going into Gaza at all?
No, that's not what he's saying. But I want to focus more. Where can I read that they brought up these small mystery boxes for people that were
Smallwood? He won't have the sources.
I mean, I don't know if you can find it in an article. You can see. So here's the facts.
So it's just your word?
Yes, that's what he's telling us.
That's what I was telling you before. Everything he has stated is his word. I have asked him to open the screen.
Everything I've
asked
stated
him for
is my
evidence.
word.
He has yet to show any evidence.
Have you found the articles of UG Solutions personnel manning? So let's just talk about what we all agree on.
Anthony, can you just back up from your microphone a little bit because it sounds like you're eating your mic.
Sorry.
What we have is the UG Solutions website. What we have is the UG Solutions website describing your claims, denying your claims, and truly saying that you weren't even present or in your role on May 29th.
What does that even mean? Not in my role. I was working for UG Solutions as a security operator. I was on site.
Manager named was not even in his role on May 29th, further undermining the credibility of the source's claims.
Oh, no. See, that's where you're making assumption. Because the person that they're referring to there is Nate Swindler, who was the guy that left, who stepped down from his operations on the 27th, who made the claim to management about the shootings. That was not me. That was the manager, Nate Swindler, who resigned on the 27th. So by the 29th, he was no longer in that role. They're not referring to me.
No, it is because you were the one that talked about Site 4, correct?
I'm not the only person that resigned and talked about Site 4. No, I am not the only person that talked about it. There were many of us that brought that to the attention of the leadership on that day.
No, but what was brought to leadership was false, and you even spoke to it with Matt Tardio. One, that the car, you had no idea who was in the car. It could have been Hamas. It wasn't identified as civilian, and it wouldn't have been civilians in that area anyway. And then
would there not? No, what I said was there would not have been Hamas in that area. There was no way Hamas could have been in that area.
No, that's actually false because
you said you didn't
then you talked to us about the dogs at the tunnel. No, then you talked about seeing a tunnel entry under rubble. You didn't originally see it because their dogs were there.
That was a different site. Different
radical claim about
different site.
You were there for 2 weeks, dude, on ground.
I was there on the ground. I was there on the ground for 46 days.
No, you were not. You were not on the ground for 46 days, partially because there was a Iranian missile war where they were launching missiles and you were safe in your hotel room like everyone else. Unbelievable. The lengths that you're going to, instead of understanding
let me
you can back off. You can back up and correct yourself and you would look so much more trustworthy.
Trustworthy to whom?
To anyone who has a rational, logical mind.
Well,
you have yet to show any evidence.
There are
your word isn't your bond because you've done something.
Well, my word is my bond, and there are hundreds of thousands of people.
Especially when other Green Berets are calling you out for lying.
What other Green Berets are calling me out?
Matt Tardio and others are calling you out for lying.
Others? You said others? Who? You gave one example.
Oh, apparently I don't have to say anything because my word is my bond.
You said Matt Tardio.
So
my word is my bond, but why would you trust Matt Tardio?
Because he did the investigative journalism to point out where you lied.
How do you
know? Not only that,
he
also went to the GHF sites to see
I was
where
there
you were
too.
talking
I was
about
at the GHF sites. I was at the GHF sites.
Well, he filmed it all, and you have nothing. I don't know.
I provided Coach, I have provided thousands of rolls of video and imagery. All the video and imagery you all see.
Yeah, it's actually one of the things that is on the sworn testimony is that that's all you did instead of doing your job.
That's not true.
In one of the sworn testimonies from a GHF worker.
A GHF worker who?
Yes, one of your colleagues stated in a sworn testimony that you were more interested in recording and giving
I was
commentary than actually doing your work.
That was my work. I have in writing where the UG Solutions Chief Operating Officer, when I was there, said, in addition to the distribution, because you can articulate, we would like you to also video and keep record of what's happening for record. Got it. Yes, sir. I will do that.
But you didn't take video of any shooting by the IDF from a tank, and you also didn't take video of Amir's body.
There is video of Amir's
you would have
body.
sent
There
it
is
to
video
Nick.
of the shooting the tanks.
Send it to Nick.
So we're going back to the Nick question.
No,
It's okay.
When I can send Nick a
He'll be
message.
here in like
At this point-
around
at this
45
point-
We'll
minutes.
be
At this
here in
point,
45 minutes,
Donnie.
and we can straighten that out.
It's Donnie. It's not even that. It's that at this point we have opened our screens, showed the evidence of what's been provided regarding Aboud being alive and well, regarding
Aboud is
GHF
alive and well.
distributions.
I've never met Aboud.
And Aboud
Sure,
being
Aboud is
Amir.
alive and well. Aboud is not Amir.
Again, stop. You have yet to
It's
show
not.
anything, and you made it. You
Neither
made a
have you.
commitment. You made a commitment to send things to Nick.
Yes.
And then
I will,
you said you
to
nudged
Nick.
him, and we have
Yes.
the screenshot where that's never even happened. And it's been
He's going to be here
3
in
weeks
45
now?
minutes. We'll be able to sort that out.
Yeah.
But
So he just can
what
continue to
I'm-
lie.
Well, no. Let's.
what I'm
no, you
kind
know,
of stuck on though, and I'm like my mind hasn't been able to shift away from this. So if you'd indulge me for a second, I'd appreciate it. You said earlier when Ariel was up here that you were able to see Amir, this child, get unalived, and that it was from the machine gun that was on a tank, and you were able to get close enough to photograph a wound to his clavicle. But we then talked about, and again, I'm not I don't own weapons. I'm not really, sure
I don't
about.
own, I don't own any weapons either. I'm not a weapons.
Well, I don't
expert.
own big weapons, but
I don't own any.
but I wasn't in the military, so I'm not like the most knowledgeable. But I did hear Ariel describe that a tank fires at a rate of something like anywhere between 600 to 1,000 rounds per second, and that it can be adjusted for that. So my curiosity is, if you were close enough to see the wound, why was there only one when he would have, by sheer, just what's the word I'm looking for here, by the fact that the weapon works the way that it works, or the gun works the way that it works,
Probability.
there would have had, the sheer probability there'd have to be more.
So,
You said probably there were, but
yeah.
If you were close enough to see it and to photograph it, so you got close enough at some point, then 100 and some odd meters away, like you said you were, but you at some point must have gotten close enough, since you said you photographed it, and that one of those photographs with the clavicle and the mouth foaming and all that stuff, you wouldn't have been able to photograph it if you were that far away. So I'm curious, how is it probably that he only got hit? By my estimation, logic would suggest, he was shot multiple times, and those bullets are not small bullets. I've seen what they do to children.
Yeah.
It would be more than just a wound to the clavicle. There would be multiple wounds and probably some pink sludge.
There was. But what I will tell you about shooting machine. So I am not a weapons expert, but having been in the infantry and a Green Beret 25 years in the Army, I've fired many. So Ariel, am I pronouncing that right?
Yes.
Okay. What he was discussing with the rate of fire of a machine gun, it varies. But let's say anywhere from 600 to 1,500 rounds per minute, depending on how it's being fired. So on a Markava tank, you have the main gun, which is the big boom gun, 120 millimeter motor round, big boom. You have a machine gun for the tank commander when he's out of the hatch to fire manually. And then you have a coaxial machine gun that is aligned to the barrel and the movement that can be fired by the guy inside the tank. So if he's shooting at targets that don't require a round from a big 120 millimeter round, he can fire the machine gun. So that's how the machine gun works on a tank. Being shot by a machine gun is a belt-fed, area-fired weapon. It is not meant for one bullet. And in fact, you can't even, it is a fully automatic belt-fed machine gun. So it is area fire. It is not accurate, especially at distance. So from where the tank was to where they're shooting at the Marag corridor, where you see in the BBC interview I did with the video, where the Palestinians are lying in the dirt and the bullets are flicking off of the Morag corridor and also into the crowd. That's that same intersection in the location from that same tank. That distance from that tank firing into the people that are leaving the site, leaving that intersection, would have been around probably 400 meters. So at that range, that machine gun is area fire. I will tell you, is it possible that when you are being shot at from a machine gun that you only get hit once or twice? Yes, I know this because I have been shot by a machine gun in Iraq and Fallujah in 2005 when I was shot and wounded. The weapon that was fired at my patrol was a PKM machine gun, and I was shot once in the leg. The guy standing next to me didn't get shot at all.
What an interesting life you've lived.
What's that?
Such an interesting life you've lived.
I mean, it's been a lot of places, but
yeah.
So is it possible that from machine gun fire that you could only get hit once or not at all? Yes, because it's an area fire weapon.
Except the footage only shows sand getting moved around and nothing else. And that had the Palestinians felt that they were at risk, they would have been running away, and actually they just bent down and waited until it was over.
Well, I'll tell you, it's pretty. It's if I were pinned down by consistent machine gun fire, I would not get up and run away. If I was pinned down by consistent machine gun fire, I would not get up and run away.
It wasn't consistent, and the other problem was that 60,000 of them were overrunning the berm and sites instead of recognizing that they had to wait their turn. Now it's obvious that they were hungry, and that makes sense. And it was later, after that incident, that then GHF reworked kind of the ingress, egress. Now you are conflating. Now you are conflating different events. But then, do you have any evidence that backs you up that is not your evidence?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you mean? Do I have evidence that's not?
Do you have any evidence to any of your claims that isn't your word or coming from you?
UG Solutions posted the exact same video on their website in their media release.
The video doesn't show anything. Again, do you have any evidence to your claims, to your negative claims about Israel or the IDF that doesn't come from you? Video, pictures, anything.
So since you
that's not yours.
Since you asked, the video that I have that shows Amir's body and another Palestinian man pulling a wounded man out of that area was actually from an IDF soldier who is actually now speaking to who is a whistleblower from the IDF amongst many others. So
why haven't you ever showed that video?
I sent those videos to Matt Tardio. I'll send them to Nick.
Send them to Nick. Yeah. Why haven't you already?
Sent them to who?
To Nick. Why haven't you sent them already?
I can't send him messages over X or whatever this platform is.
Gangster, we're gonna sort that out in a little bit.
No worries. I just, by the way, just a little bit earlier to circle back,
but y'all's friend Matt Tardio has had those videos for weeks.
You were questioning whether this was the exact same woman that was that I just showed you in this documentary.
Yeah.
Also on Taz Nemo's live, but also the woman that was standing right next to the boy. His real name is Abdul Rahim, who was found. And it was also interviewed by Fox News once he was found. So this is from, by the way, we do have her name. Her name is Mrs.
And Casey Akiva from Daily Wire.
Yeah, and Casey Akiva. Yeah, correct.
So you're quoting Fox News and the Daily Wire, and you're questioning my unbiasedness?
So I just want to there's something that is just not making sense. This is the same woman that was on Taz Nemo's live, right? She says, I am Amir's stepmother. His actual name is Abdul Rahim.
Okay.
All right. So that's the same woman. By the way, the same woman who's, by the way, right here, same video, going and saying that he went missing on July 28th. Says, no, that's not true.
Well, I can't see very much of that woman's face, but I can tell you the eyes from the woman that I talked to Taz Nemo and that woman there don't look the same.
They don't look the exact same. Okay, that's fair. So the woman right
exact same. They don't look the same at all.
Okay, that's fair. This woman right here, what you're showing. She says that his name was, she calls him Amir, right? But whatever. His real name is Abdul Rahim. Okay, now here's Taz Nemo's live when she first comes on. All right? Right when she first comes on. Here you are.
To bring food home.
Not to mention that there's also a Neo Schmatzi that you were paneled with, but that's a different story.
Well, sure. I can't see the panel when I'm talking.
Okay, that's fine.
With my own eyes. So if anybody out there is thinking that this is some dramatic ploy or some kind of made-up scenario, you think that what? That me Tony Aguilar somehow corroborated and corresponded with a woman that I've never met in my entire life, that's somewhere in Gaza, that has been missing her child since the 28th of May, who is now looking for him from the pictures that we made. This is not made up propaganda.
She's about to come on.
This is the truth. And people are dying, to include children like Amir.
Yeah, and actually we have his mother here with us, Anthony. We were able to get in touch with her. I know their connection is really bad.
Same woman.
But she is here with us. If there's anything that you want to say to her, I can, get some translate it and then get her response. But this is the mother that you saw in the video that you mentioned to me. And I told you I would try my best to see if we can reach out to her. And we were able to. Is there anything that you would like to say?
So this is the woman that's saying that this is the same boy that was in the video.
To her.
Okay.
And by the way, Amir
was a beautiful and wonderful soul. He was a beautiful and wonderful child, and I don't know what's happened to the bodies. I don't know what's happened, and
well, of course you don't know because you were lying, but that's a different story.
Well, see, if you're just going to add unnecessary side commentary.
Here's the thing. Here's what. So we don't have to watch the whole thing.
Let's not call him a liar, dude.
That's fine. That's fine.
Just a reminder: anything that goes that you guys are sending to Abu Islam will be going to Abdulrahim Amir's mother.
Here, Abdul Rahim, right? She confirms this is the mother of Abdul Rahim, the same boy that went missing. Now here, the boy when he's found.
Hold on. Can you play that one more time so that he can hear that his own mother says Amir, and they call him Abdul, so that he has both names. It's a nickname of his. Can you play it one more time so the audience can hear that?
So he hears it. Will be going to Abdulrahim Amir's mother, so this will help them.
Did you hear that?
And Abdulrahim Amir's mother. So Abu Islam will be going to Abdulrahim Amir's mother.
Did you catch that?
Okay, so just. I understand everything correctly. This woman who claimed to be the mother, again, I didn't claim she was the mother, she did. So, claims to be the mother is that the boy Amir is Abdul Rahim, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Do you agree on that?
What was Aboud's name, the boy Aboud from September 4th? What was his name?
The same full name that they just gave. If you need the name,
it's the same. Abdul. This is from September 4th. Hold on, it's the same. Abdul Rahim.
Yes, Abdul Rahim.
Yeah, same boy. September. This is from September. There you go. Same boy, Abdul Rahim. Same woman, by the way. Same gown, same niqab. I mean, I have like that little thing in the center.
So why aren't you then showing the video of then the same woman who says that, oh, my son wasn't missing until July 28th?
Yeah, this one. You mean right here?
So let's remember, she needs to protect herself now from Hamas, because that's not what ended up happening. That's when GHF ended up saving them. Sorry, I just want to make sure that
I don't think you understand the military geography of how the southern Rafah area was. How would Hamas be there?
How dangerous Hamas is, or PIJ, or any of the factions of terror who oppress their own people. I don't think you understand.
Well, I do understand. I mean, that's for you to say that I don't understand. I mean, that's ludicrous.
Parrot, they're talking points you don't understand.
There's what? Have you been? When were you in Gaza with talking to Hamas?
Well, we don't. That's why we're not there.
I mean, so I'll tell you, in all four sites for the days that I was there, and you say, "Oh, you were only there for that many days." I don't understand why you make the statement of I was only there for a certain amount of days. That's the amount of days everybody was there.
Nathan, can you please play the clip?
So
yeah, which one? Amir Abdul, this one or
whichever one you're about to.
This one. Well, no, I was just gonna show this one. Like this is the same lady. His name is actually called Amir.
Aguilar claimed he saw this little boy, whom he renamed.
Same boy, right?
Shot and killed on May 28th.
That boy is Amir.
But when we spoke to
that is Amir. Okay, yeah, no, we agree. That's Amir Abdul Rahim. This is the exact same boy, Abdul Rahim.
Well, that's not
Amir. Has the same face then.
It's literally the
I encourage you to get new contacts or glasses. I mean that. Like,
I mean, I think a way that would put it to bed was that, no, listen to me. If it was so obvious that it's the same boy, why did GHF feel the need to utilize military biometrics to confirm that the boy was the boy? If it's so obvious.
So we have no shadow of doubt.
Just so we have...
They had to confirm it to ensure that you could no longer lie about your claim.
Okay, well then I think it would be appropriate, because on my Breaking Points interview in September, when Chapin Fay, the GHF spokesman, was there, he said that he would gladly provide the biometric data as evidence. And he has yet to provide it. So why not?
You have it. Because you're no one now. You no longer work for them.
I didn't work for them when he made that statement in the GHF to Breaking Points.
You don't get to work. You're a layperson that doesn't get to have that information.
He's the one that offered it.
Not to you.
Don't
to Breaking Points. Yeah, he has not provided it to Breaking Points. So I think what would just unequivocally make me look like this big bad liar that you continually claim that I am, and I'd like to say that I have not called you a name yet. Why not just provide the evidence?
Is just show your evidence.
I've shown you my evidence.
You haven't. It's only been your word. So again, is there any evidence outside of your word?
Why is Chapin Fay's word taken, but mine is not?
Again, is there anything other than your word now?
Do you have anything else other than the word of other people? I mean, I'm the one talking to you, putting my word on the line. So all these people.
No, you're talking to us because you are one of Tasmino's. I don't know.
Well, that's not true. I'm not anybody's anything.
And you share their ideology.
That's not
Anthony,
true.
do you believe what's my wrong
no? Well,
here?
no. Since this is not Socratic discourse. If we're going to interrupt each other, explain to me my ideology. Since you just made a claim of my ideology.
Well, I really just want to know about this woman, Anthony. I really just want to know, is this woman, did Tasnimo get the wrong woman on her live when you were speaking to her?
I don't know who the woman is, only what that woman herself has claimed, but I will tell you this.
Well, it's what Tasnimo claims, that this is Amir's mother, Abdul Rahim. Now, I also have the video here when the boy was found.
What Tasnimo claimed was.
It's the same smile, same...
ايه كان رد فعلك لما عرفتي ان مؤسسة غزة الإنسانية بتدور عليكي انت وبتدور على عبد الرحيم عشان تساعدكم ان انتوا تطلعوا خارج القطاع؟
كان شعور حلو. كان إشي مفاجئ بس كان في حاجات مخوفاني.
You do, like, Anthony, I just want to ask you, like, you do understand where we're coming from with this, right?
I mean,
like, you do understand why we're making this claim over, or why we have this position that we have, and why your story and what the mother, and also from Tasnimo's life, how it's not adding up from our end. It's almost as if like our eyes are not to be believed what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Do you understand where we're coming from?
The gaslighting is kind of wild.
It's not
gaslighting from whom?
It's the fact. I think for me,
people
it's
like you.
That this man put this family at risk and doesn't understand how bad that risk was, that they had to be rescued out of Gaza to protect them from Hamas, because Hamas was telling that boy, you better not come out, and telling the family, don't
how did I
he's
put
alive.
the family at risk?
By lying and saying he was unalived by the IDF.
So your position is that by me saying that the IDF killed this boy, that put him and his family at risk. How? Explain that.
Yes, because you condemned him to a life of not showing his face anymore, so that Hamas could use your, your claim against Israel, which they would gladly do.
Okay, so just so I understand your position, because you said I need to understand your position. So I understand your position. Your position is that by me claiming that this child was killed, that your assumption, because it's an assumption, is that Hamas took advantage of that to then say if this boy shows his face again, that they would kill him because they wanted the narrative that this boy was dead to strengthen their argument that the IDF killed the boy. And that was Hamas's plan.
Correct.
No,
Okay.
it's just that they wanted to take advantage of your plan. But yes, and if you listen to the interview that the mother and the boy give, there's the one that's indoors, there's the one that's outdoors, and there's one more where they share that they were not safe anymore.
Okay, so how would the boy be at risk by Hamas?
I can explain that. So
it's really not that hard. If he shows his face, it ends up making the GHF sites cool, right? Because whatever your claims were can be demonstrated to be a lie. And I don't mean that in a mean way, but it just plays into the narrative. So they can continue to use
the GHF
continue to use GHF sites to attack them and make the world believe one narrative.
The GHF has said GHF has claimed over and over and over again that that Hamas did not come to the sites and that their distribution model was so much better because Hamas didn't get any of the aid.
Well, wait,
yeah, they did.
There's two issues. Yeah. So there's two issues. You asked how that could endanger him. So it's in two ways. One, prior to the GHF opening, Hamas issued something of what they call like a fatwa to their people, which was anything or anyone rather who was caught going to these sites, to GHF, etc., would be considered a conspirator with the United States and Israel, and would then be deemed something of like what they call a Jesus, or what have you, or like what's the word I'm looking for? Collaborator, which is a crime punishable by death. So that's one level. And then number two is that at this point the world assumed him unalived or dead.
Okay, well
because that story was so public and was really working with their narrative.
Working with whose narrative, Coach?
Hamas wants the IDF to look bad. So if they had killed this boy, that's a story that they want to continue to circulate in the world. But now if he were to be shown alive, if he were to be found, that would go against the narrative that they want of the IDF to be.
Okay.
So they at best they would kidnap him and maybe keep him away from his family for longer. And at worst, they might unalive him themselves to keep the story alive and maybe be able to show the unalived body.
Well, I think that Hamas already has enough evidence of instances in which children were killed. I mean, Hind Rajab was killed pretty brutally. I don't think that's narrative. I think that's true. So I don't think this narrative is a narrative that they would need for that case. But however, when did Hamas issue this fatwa you said about anybody that goes to these sites would then be killed?
It was right around the time the GHF was opening.
Okay. Yeah. So if Hamas still controlled Gaza, as the IDF and America said so, why then would we open up these sites knowing that anybody that came to it that would then go back into the communities that were apparently controlled by Hamas, knowing that they would be killed doing it? Why would we open up these sites?
Because the sites that you have were not red zones. I mean, there was certain parts that were still Hamas strongholds, but people on the road
There's a very easy answer to this.
Okay.
Because the people, not everybody in Gaza clearly supports Hamas. We say that, the pro-Palestinian side says that.
Well then, okay. I would agree with you that not everybody in Gaza supports Hamas.
So what they did was, prior to this, part of the reason why we wanted the GHF and people like me, Tango, etc., were advocating for the GHF is because Hamas was stealing the aid from their people. That was the whole reason why the GHF was set up, because we wanted to stop them and create a method of getting aid in to stave off the humanitarian disaster.
I am clearly aware of all of those points. What I'm saying is that If we were talking about site number 4, the conversation would be different. We're talking about sites 1, 2, and 3 in the south. Sites 1, 2, and 3, 3 being of which Amir was killed, is south of the Marag corridor. The Marag corridor and everything south, the IDF have absolute control. That was the whole premise, that the GHF can distribute aid without Hamas being involved. So tell me, how would this boy who came to site number 3, dead or alive, dead and the narrative of Hamas wanting him to be alive and he ever showed his face again, he would be killed, how is he in danger by Hamas? Because if you come to site 1, 2, or 3 to get food, you can't go back across the Marag corridor back into the area where Hamas supposedly is.
Because if any one of them or their affiliates got their hands on this boy, it doesn't really matter.
Well, I thought Hamas and their affiliates weren't operating in the safe zone.
The line
that's not true.
But wait,
no, I don't. I don't know.
He knows.
That isn't
hold
true.
on.
I don't know that that's not true.
We know. We have evidence. There's video evidence. There's Gaza testimony.
Video evidence of
testimony. Gaza Palestinian testimony that states that Hamas has been at these sites, that they have made threats to the Gaza people.
Well, GHF said that there's never been Hamas at their sites.
Listen, if they're not inside of that square zone, that's GHF's responsibility. But any kind of coming in and out, once they're kind of at that border area, you know that there's been Gazan Palestinian testimony that talks about Hamas, PIJ, and other terror groups being there, trying to unalive the Palestinians who are trying to access GHF food.
North of the Marag corridor.
But
doesn't matter.
Wait, there's also a much easier. Sorry, go ahead.
But it doesn't matter, because what you did put this boy at risk. If he outed his face, he would then show the world that he's alive, which would make
there would
a spectacle
be no outing
of what
of
you
his
did.
face because he was unfortunately killed. So that's not
No,
even a
sir.
reality
We
of him
just
outing his face.
no,
We're
sir. What
showing
you're
him
doing
right
is
now.
so dangerous. So dangerous. It would be so much easier. Hold on a second. Aren't you glad he's alive? Aren't you glad this child is alive? And what you saw maybe was
from
incorrect?
From the very first interview that I gave, I said that it is my hope that he is alive and that I am wrong.
So that you didn't see. So then, wait, hold on, please, Coach. So then you didn't see him foaming at the mouth and with a 1 caliber or something or other in his body.
No.
Now
he
you're
was.
saying you're hoping that he's alive.
How would you?
No, because if you witnessed him,
I've been shot by a machine
you wouldn't
gun.
say
I've been
hope
shot
he's
more than
alive.
once, and I'm still alive. And I was
No, sir.
foaming
That
at the
child
mouth.
has no
Have you
bullet
seen
wounds
someone
in his
shot?
body.
That's not Amir.
No, sir. You
That's
just
not
said,
Amir.
I hope he's alive. And that means if you hope he's alive, you never saw his body.
Well, that's
you never
not
saw
true.
someone foaming at the mouth, and you never
You
saw
don't know
his
that.
body
I have video of it.
penetrated by any weaponry. Sir,
So you're telling me
you just
that
made a
someone that
mistake.
gets shot
just
dies.
acknowledge that, oh my God. So now you're admitting he could potentially be alive and he didn't die. There you go.
Until I got the video,
people listening.
until the video
I'm
of him
glad they
being
heard
shot
you
and
say
killed.
that. There is no video.
When I said that I hoped that he was alive, that was all the way back from when I gave my first interview and when I first discussed it with the leadership.
Right.
No, sir. You made claims as if it happened.
It did happen.
I ask you this now. Aren't you glad he's alive? Aren't you glad that he's alive? And you just said, well, I hope he's alive. That means that you did not witness his death. That means that you, maybe unintentionally, I'll give it to you unintentionally, maybe.
He is dead. Amir is dead.
Okay.
And the IDF.
But you hope. But then why would you say you? Wait. Then why, when I asked you, aren't you glad to see him alive? Would you not say, "Oh, I hope he's alive"? That doesn't make sense logically.
If proof were provided to me, that
we're showing it to you.
That's not proof. That's not proof.
Look at the screen. It's the same.
So Anthony, really simple. You say this is not
proof, right? One thing.
And his ears.
Guys,
I don't.
real quick,
I'm sorry, Coach. It's just crazy to me.
I know.
There's so many aspects of that picture that don't look.
Guys,
Please hold on to the fact that he did that. Okay.
I'm very well aware.
Thank you.
I do want to talk about one of the other things that you mentioned, because this is something that we've actually discussed with you before, but you're aware that Hamas does not fight in uniform, correct?
I'm aware of that, Coach, and neither does the IDF at all times.
Okay, so when Hamas does not fight in uniform, it's impossible to say whether or not they were or weren't at a GHF site, because they could look like any other civilian, correct?
So Coach, if we're going, I'll entertain your notion. But if we're going to say that what GHF says is the truth, then what you're saying,
wouldn't it be fair to say that
the GHF has said that Hamas did not operate near or come on to any of their sites?
Operate. I would. That's what I'm like. That's what I mean. Like, it would make sense to me that they didn't fight you guys. That that was
GHF,
what
the GHF said.
Security was
the food
supposed
distribution of the GHF. The reason it was so much better than the UN is that no Hamas came to the sites.
Right. So if they were to go,
did they or didn't they?
They didn't enter the sites. They were on the outskirts of the sites. And like, how it's really not that difficult.
Well, how would you know if they're not in uniform?
Thousands of people entering don't all enter at once. There's a line to the back of the,
Oh, I know how many thousands entered at once. I was there.
Great. So then you'd understand that not all of them would be in the safety of a GHF zone potentially. As they're migrating towards that area, right?
Thank you for reiterating the point that I have made from the beginning.
You haven't made any point. I really want to hold you to the fact that you just said you hope this child's alive when you said you witnessed his death. I'm so sorry. Do you not hear the cognitive dissonance just in that statement alone?
He was shot and wounded, and that boy.
So now you're saying he was shot and wounded,
he was dead,
but not
for all
died.
intents and purposes, died.
But you went out and told the world on Tucker Carlson, Al Jazeera,
and I would
whatever,
say it again.
Breaking whatever,
the IDF killed
and you said
Amir.
he was dead. You didn't say for all intents and purposes. You didn't say
and I will
he
say
might have still been alive and he was injured.
On this
you didn't
site,
say that.
I will say it
you
again.
Said he was dead.
On the Israeli Defense Forces of the 423rd Reserve Battalion, Markava
hear yourself though?
Killed. Do you not hear yourself?
No, Tony. Real quick, guys. Real quick. I want to.
Can I just really?
There's that high pitch
just
again.
real quick.
I just want to ask our chat fans.
There's
they
what
hear
high
it too.
pitch again? Okay,
just real quick. Tone it down, guys. Everybody, tone it down. So this is where I'm just trying to explain to you my position. You said before, like, even if it was a while ago, where you gave the interview saying, "I hope he is alive." If you saw him unalived, foaming at the mouth like you suggested, like, I've never been in combat, but I have seen people die in front of me, sadly. I mean, I know a dead body when I see one.
Sure.
I would see that he's not breathing. I'd probably, if I were close enough, like you said, to take the photo, I would have at least checked to take a pulse. But now you're saying, like, there's two conflicting statements here. One is you hope he's alive, but, like, the other is you're telling us that you have this picture of him, like, beyond the shadow of a doubt, dead. So I wouldn't say I hope he was alive. If I knew that, like, that's a weird statement to make. Does that not make sense to you?
No, I don't believe it's a weird statement to make in terms of seeing a boy.
Okay, so here, look, if somebody were to ask me, like, I don't know how they framed the question to you.
Did he take a photo and walk away and not check to see if the boy had a pulse?
That's what I'm wondering.
No.
So you did take a pulse.
So then you checked for a pulse, and what? Did you just not? Maybe it was a lot of adrenaline. You didn't know that you felt one, or what?
So, from my position,
hold on 1 second. Did you say it happened 80 meters away from you, and you weren't allowed to leave the site, so you didn't see? You could just see it happen from a distance.
Right, that's the part that's not making sense to me.
You have a video of him frothing like you. How good's your iPhone, bro? I can't zoom 80 meters that clearly on my iPhone. You said you couldn't leave the GHF site, right? Said it happened 80 meters away from you, yet now you're saying that you saw it and you checked on him and you saw that he was dead. So you wouldn't have seen that. How would you get a photo of somebody frothing at the mouth from 80 meters away? How? How did you get that photo?
Unless you have,
it's not a photo. It is video.
How did you get the video? How did you get the video from 80 meters away? Are you using like a what kind of like Leica camera are you using?
From the IDF soldier from that unit that went to that location where this had occurred, and it's verified that it is Amir.
Sorry, you just said so. Now the IDF soldier gave you videos of a verified video that no one else has seen except you from 80 meters away from your position.
Correct yourself. I didn't say that I'm the only one that's seen them. A lot of people have seen them. People that should see them have seen them. I've seen them.
So to clarify your statement, right, is that an IDF soldier gave you video footage of something that happened 80 meters away from you, and you say it's verified footage from the IDF, correct?
Yeah.
And how did you get that from the IDF?
So, on the day of what I observed, which the event has been corroborated by Solutions personnel. The 10 people that made affidavits weren't even at the site on that day. I know them all. They weren't even there. Other UG Solutions personnel have corroborated the event of the shooting and also seeing what I saw. Right. An IDF soldier assigned to that tank unit who was at that site has corroborated, verified, metadata verified video of
when you say
that
80
date
meters, like where 80 meters in
You're
what
the only
direction?
one making that claim. Who else has that claim? You're the only one making that claim.
No, I'm not the only
Is
one
there
making
anyone
that
else?
claim. What?
And
Let
also
me ask
80
you this.
meters.
Let me
But 80
clarify
meters in what
something with
direction?
you. Why do you all think on this panel that because you don't have it, that people that matter don't have it? What is your position in all of this? Are you saying
the very same question.
that I must convince you? Is that what
No,
you are
it's
thinking?
not about. It's not about that. It's
Okay.
For me, I'm just trying to understand.
We're having a discussion. Just because you
100%.
think that I'm not proving it to you, who
No,
are
it has.
you?
But that's not the thing. Like for us, it's just like, and obviously the people watching, the general public at large, like we've. I just want to recap what we've talked about. So we have a machine gun on a tank that fires at a rate of 1,000 bullets a second. Which you said
600 to 1,000, sure.
600 to 1,000, shots per second. And then you say this happened about 80 meters away from you. Now, we understand that this boy would have been shot multiple times, not just once to the clavicle. And even still, that would probably.
I mean, he could have just. It could have just been one bullet shot. I mean, when you get shot, no.
Yeah, your body moves,
So here,
no.
So listen, Coach. The clavicle question, you must have heard just part of it. The clavicle question that I had mentioned about the clavicle was that when Amir was on the site and I placed my right hand onto his shoulder, and you can see that he has a scar there already. Not completely separate it from this incident of shooting, the scar there. That why is that scar not present in the other pictures of this kid that's supposedly Abood/Amir? So
because he was never shot.
He's wearing a shirt that covers his clavicle and goes to his neck.
No, and you can see it in the picture when I have my right hand. You can see it on his clavicle.
Wait, hold on. I don't want to be gory, guys. I don't want to be gory, but like again, so I may not have fired some of these larger weapons, but I have, like, I'm really into them, and I have watched, videos of this.
Yeah.
And sadly, I also saw the remnants of what happened at Uvalde. That school shooting.
It's horrific.
Now, what I would imagine is if that type of a caliber bullet coming off of a tank clipped this boy in the shoulder, there wouldn't be a shoulder or even an arm left on the boy. Wouldn't that make sense?
No. When he was shot, I didn't say he was shot in the shoulder or the clavicle.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say that.
Gotcha.
He just said there was a scar.
I believe that you maybe heard parts of it from a different angle. Where was
he shot?
Talking about what's that?
Where was he shot? Because you said it was in the clavicle and he was foaming at the mouth.
No, I didn't. I didn't say he was shot in the clavicle. I said that he had been shot in the clavicle. Conversation was about a scar that the young boy already had on his body as an identification.
Yeah, he's saying that there was a scar, like right here, right when you put your hand, there was a scar right here.
Where the shadow is apparently of his actual clavicle.
Okay.
Got it.
Because that's not the only picture. That's a freeze frame. If you watch it,
maybe
for can he answer where was you claim this child was injured by a bullet? Where was that bullet lodged or through? What area of his body?
That's what I'm saying. That boy that they have on 4 September that is apparently
that's not the question. I'm asking you about your claim of Amir.
Yeah, I said he has a scar. I didn't say he had a bullet hole scar.
No. I'm asking you. You said you saw the body foaming at the mouth after being shot. I'm asking you, where was that wound on that child?
No, that wound that he received was seemed to be like in kind of the torso gut area.
Okay, that's interesting. So, I mean, a child of that age, he would literally bleed out and he wouldn't be alive. So why would you say, I hope he's alive?
Well, no, listen to me. You all seem to think that you are experts in people being shot. So I have been shot, and I have been in combat in areas where people have been shot. And yes, it is gory, but they don't all die. I didn't die. I'm here.
But you made the claim to all news outlets that he did die. And you've been doubling, tripling, quadrupling down. So now you're saying he did.
He is sadly and unfortunately
But when I asked you, aren't you glad he is alive? Aren't you glad that we have all this evidence that shows it? And you said, I hope he's alive. Why would you even make that statement?
I had said that I had hoped.
No, that's not what you said, sir.
You're asking me a hypothetical question that if he was alive. Of course I would want him to be alive and not dead.
Guys, real quick. Let's just tone it down for 1 second. Maybe for clarity's sake, can you please just walk us through the events one more time?
Yeah. I did. Okay.
Yeah, let's let him do that.
Sure, I wanted to ask him something because I had these pictures here for a reason.
Hold the question for a little bit.
I'll hold on.
So, we'll go through the situation. On the site, on that day, when Amir came and walked up to us. Remember, I didn't go seeking this child out for a photo op. He came up to us. When he came up to us, to speak to us,
it's beautiful.
As he is talking to us, as you can see in the background, there aren't very many people left on the site. That site earlier in the distribution was full, thousands of people. You can see there aren't many people left. As that last group of people were leaving, that tank position, site number 3. That's why I asked Ariel the question about had he been to the sites. I wasn't trying to sharpshoot him. I was asking him because it's important to recognize that at these sites, site number 3 had a unit located with us that their base, their combat outpost, shared the same berm as the eastern berm of this site. And that tank was positioned to the north at the end of that berm. So, as people are coming out of site number 3, they cannot be seen. They cannot be physically seen by the combat outpost, the secure position that the IDF guard, until they have cleared that berm going west, because it's in their way. Bad design, horrible fucking design, and one of the things that I recommended from the very first time we were there, that needed to be fixed. So,
I get that.
As they're leaving.
That's the video you need to play next, Gangster, by the way. The one where Aguilar.
It's okay. Just let him finish.
As they're leaving, this has been widely accepted, identified, admitted by the IDF, by the GHF, by everyone else involved. The IDF outside of the sites would shoot at the direction of, at the feet of, over the heads. There's plenty of evidence of this. At the crowds to keep them from coming east. Meaning as a way to force them to go west back towards the corridor. That was the movement plan.
Got it.
In that incident, As the main group of people had left and were already making their way west, they came under fire. The video that is shown on the BBC interview showing many Palestinians lying in the dirt, I didn't say that that video is of that day. What I said was that that incident is at that same site. That is an indicator. That is a clear depiction of what happens at the intersection of the exit of Site 3 and the Marag corridor. And when people are being pushed west, the machine gun fires to keep them west. That is that site. So on this day, that is exactly the same thing that had happened. And as the main group had left, the main thousands of people had left, the IDF began using their communication by fire to keep the crowd west. The latter group of individuals that were there that we allowed to stay on the site for a little bit longer to get food. You can see in that picture that Amir does not have a box of food. There were no boxes of food left. He had scraps. You can see that.
Yeah, he had some bags.
No,
we allowed.
It's holding what kids would hold. Because kids can't hold the box.
This is what he had. This is what he had.
So he had some scraps. That's fine.
This is what he had.
So as they were picking up food that was left on the ground, the GHF, the UG Solutions personnel, would try to allow them to stay to pick up as much as they could. We did not control. UG Solutions did not control the operation in terms of the time they came onto the site and the time that they left the site. That was dictated to us by the IDF. So when the IDF dictated to us that they had to leave and the main group of people started leaving, this group that maintained behind to pick up scraps as we were getting them to leave the site were not part of the main group that was already under fire from the machine gun fire. As this group left, and some of the UG Solutions personnel, not all of them, there were some that were undisciplined and didn't know how to operate in an environment like this. They would throw stun grenades and fire tear gas. I think we can all agree that those incidents happened. There's ample evidence of that. So as these kids, women, children, and others are fleeing off of the site in panic because they're getting hit with stun grenades and tear gas, and they're running down that road to the north because it's a very narrow corridor, the machine gun fire was already firing. This crowd ran into that hail of gunfire, and people went down, and people were hit, and people were shot. So, does someone that get hit with a bullet, does that automatically 100% mean that they're dead? No, I'm living proof of that. Others are too.
The
IDF, from that location, from that unit, have provided the information because one of the soldiers there, who I met the day before, was an American in the IDF. We all agree that there are Americans in the IDF, right?
Yeah, it might have been my cousin.
Might have been. The guy was from Boston. I don't know.
Oh.
So, the guy from Boston was part of that unit in there. The corroborating evidence of the video that he had from the site from after distribution, when we left and the bulldozers come through, that was always the procedure. When distribution was done, the Caterpillar bulldozers would come through, escorted by the IDF, either a tank or an armored vehicle, to then resurface those roads. When you have thousands of people running through sand dunes, it gets very choppy.
Oh yeah.
He filmed what was the aftermath, if you will, of Amir on the ground, dead. Also, were others that were dragging bodies away. This is all further corroborated that on that very day, from that very site, dead bodies, to include children, were brought to the Nasser hospital. But
didn't include him or his body.
Well, how do we know that?
Because you stated to the mother on the interview on Tasnemo's Live, I hope we can find the bodies.
I hope we can find the bodies. Yeah.
Yep.
So
I hope we can find the bodies.
Yeah. So wait,
so his
hold
body
on.
was not taken to Nasser.
So no, that's
you're right.
That's fine. Maybe it was.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't.
Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. How do we know that?
He just said he hoped he was alive, which means he didn't see him dead. Let's not do that, okay? You got 223 people listening.
I get that.
Because I hope
you have a responsibility.
In my initial
I get that. But
I hoped that a child is not dead. You're holding that against me?
No, not at all. What I'm kind of confused about now. So this soldier goes over, he records it. He has, you see that this child is sadly unalived. How does it now get to your device?
Can we clarify that? Was he unalive?
No. It's okay, Peach. How does that video get from this soldier's device that you saw it on to yours? That's like the part. That's one of the parts that's like really confusing.
Yeah, this soldier, who is again an American back in the United States,
right,
brought this to the attention of the Human Rights Watch, and the representatives, the congressional representative, either House or Senate. I don't know because I wasn't part of that meeting. These are things that are now being brought into consideration for this overall understanding of what happened on that day. However, I will say that in the grand scheme of things, this incident and this boy are a very, very minute part of the grand scale of what has happened. There's evidence of all of this. Number one. Number two.
I agree with you.
Number two, what we're getting hung up on is to whether or not the boy was dead or not. However, what makes it okay to shoot at unarmed civilians? Because I would tell you this.
I would agree with you.
At all of my time in Gaza, not once did I ever see, the only people that I ever saw armed in the entirety of Gaza, from the south to the central, to the west, to the east, and everywhere in between, the only people that I ever saw armed were either the IDF or a UG Solutions contractor. Period.
Got it. Now, but I'm still confused. You said you provided the photo of this young boy who's foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, the video.
Right, the video. But you said it was on a IDF soldier's, an American guy, IDF soldier.
Yeah, he provided that information, and he provided those videos to the Human Rights Watch and to. Because when I went to New York City and met with them in their office to continue my further affidavits of the greater case that's being brought to the UN and to the ICC and to the ICJ, they showed it to me, and I have it. There's two videos actually.
They sent it to you?
Why didn't Human Rights Watch publish that?
That's crazy because
the thing is, what you have to understand about Human Rights Watch is that they're not going to do that.
Hold on, but all footage taken off an IDF soldier's body cam, right?
It wasn't his body cam.
So he just took it off his own personal mobile phone. Is that what you're claiming now?
I mean, that's exactly what he did.
That bird, holy crap. Sorry, Zionist birds are fucking loud. So the Human Rights Watch sent it to you?
No, I wouldn't say they sent it to me. It was part of the files that we reviewed with them when I went to them in New York City.
But you said you sent it to Matt, and that's in the footage that Matt.
Yeah, the one video that the two videos actually. Yeah, I sent them to Matt, and I'll send them, and I will share them with Nick.
Can I ask him a question?
Is the question? Wait, could you ask me a really important question? How did you get them?
That's what I'm confused about.
That's a really important part of it. As in, there's obviously a chain of custody when it comes to evidence, right? You don't just get to have access to random evidence. The IDF, their body cam doesn't go out to the public. There's no way he would have sent it to you. Even their mobile phones, they're not even really meant to have that.
You're the what?
So
what are you
I'm asking you. I'm asking, how did you attain that footage that you can then share legally, which you wouldn't be able to? But whatever, that's not my problem. But with Matt Tardio and even Nick, how do you have access to that
The individual that provided this testimony that corroborated with what I had, and the other UG Solutions personnel that further corroborate what they saw from my perception of what we both saw, when we all went to the office of the Human Rights Watch and sat down and did this together in terms of the further discussion and
what date was that on, by the way, Anthony? What date was that when you sat down with him?
Wait, so are you claiming that the IDF soldier met you in New York and he shared that footage with you directly? Is that
I mean, he didn't go to New York to meet me. He went to New York to
what date was that, though?
Yeah, you all had a little like gangbang together, and then
we had
he shared that footage with you.
Hold on.
Like you had a little meeting together.
It's Australian. I don't even understand.
Yeah.
But wait, real quick.
Anthony, what date did you sit down with Human Rights Watch when you just said that?
Actually, I just thought of something. Beach.
That time was in.
Beach, a little off topic. I need you to send me a message on Telegram. I'm confused. I need to message.
Anthony, wait, this is important. What date was that on?
I'll look at my calendar. I mean, I've been back and forth to Human Rights Watch in DC and New York City. Like I said, I have to go look at my calendar. It was in. Let's see. What are we in now? November. So October would have been mid-September.
So this was after the boy was already revealed that he was alive.
Right after the boy was exactly.
After the what?
I say after the boy was revealed that he was alive.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that the young boy, and that's further corroborated too by other UG Solutions personnel, that I'm not saying that Abood is not Abood. Abood may very well be Abood. Abood is not Amir.
No, but it has been confirmed that Abood is Amir. Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Who has confirmed that Abood is Amir?
Tasnimo, when presenting her story to her audience, where you're sitting on the panel, she introduces the mother as Amir's mom and then says his full name, meaning that child's nickname.
I can recite.
We keep saying Abood, but it's Abdul.
We knew that was his name.
We keep saying Abood, but it's Abdul. I want to at least get this boy's name right.
Then if you watch the video from GHF of 4 September of the boy that they found, that they claimed it's Amir, they said, oh, his real name wasn't Amir. His real name is this, and his actually Abood. That's what they say. I didn't make that up.
No, Abdul Rahim, yeah. Nickname
they say
Abood,
his nickname is Abood.
It's Abdul.
In the video, they say his nickname is Abood. They say that.
No, they also say Amir.
Yeah, but that's why his mother even went and says, "Hey,
but they said,
but
don't they also say Abood?"
No, I thought they said Abdul.
The mother calls him
Abdul.
It's the same boy.
To be like,
it's not the same boy.
Abdul Amir.
It is the same boy.
It's not the same boy.
It's the same boy.
How do you know?
Because my eyes see the exact same smile.
Okay.
So this will help them going to Abdurrahim
Fucking
Amir's mother. So
Right,
this
this isn't-
will be going to Abdurrahim Amir's mother.
Abdul Rahim, Amir's mother. Abdul Rahim, Amir.
Okay.
Same mother. So
How do
I don't
you know
understand
that's
why
the
you don't
same
think Abood is the same guy. What's that?
How do you know?
Because
What evidence do you have to the contrary?
Here it is. The same mother saying
in their own video, they say that
So then Tasnimo got this wrong then, Anthony.
No.
And you just have to say that Tasnimo
No,
got
Tasnimo
this
did not get it wrong.
Or that Tasnimo lied.
Tasnimo did not lie. Tasnimo.
Okay, so she got it right when she said, hold on, Bish, 1 second here. So Tasnimo was correct when she identified that this is Abdul Rahim's mother, Amir. Or Amir.
I believe that in the
Amir's
video
mother.
she said that it was that there's a misunderstanding between whether or not the mother or the stepmother.
It's
Sending to Abu Islam will be going to Abdurrahim Amir's mother.
Yeah.
Abdul Rahim, Amir's mother.
Abdul Rahim.
Yeah.
She even says Nemo says
then
the name. The mom says the name. Everyone says the only person calling him
By the way, just so
Abdul
you know,
is you.
Anthony, hold on 1 sec, Bish. You know that's interchangeable too, right? Like sometimes if somebody does have a stepmom, like I have a stepfather, I used to just call him a father. It can be interchangeable.
Sure, you're there is a stepmother and a mother, interchangeable or not, in the equation. Is there not?
I just think that whether it's stepmother or mother,
It's a mother and the aunt, but the mother is the one that's with him, and then she ended up taking her sister's son with her when she saved the boy.
So you see, it's not very cut and dry.
But them interchanging mother, cousin, that doesn't take away from the fact that even Tasnimo used the full name, the nickname, and the child's actual name, and the mother is responding. If Tasnimo had said something wrong, this mother would have said, "No, his name's not Amir," or "No, he's never called Amir. We call him."
I'm sure maybe she did or not at the site on.
No, this you were present for the interview where you stated you hope she gets the bodies back, even though.
By the way,
I
even the boy
I was present for the interview. What interview was I present for?
This one, the one that she was on
Tasnimo's live.
Tasnimo, yeah, the one that you were present. Right?
Okay, yeah, and that.
Want to hear it? I'll play it again.
So.
Yes,
just a reminder, anything that goes that you guys are sending to Abu Islam will be going to Abdurrahim Amir's mother. So
yeah,
catch that?
Abdul Rahim every
Amir's
time.
mother.
Amir's mother.
I am not arguing in any way whatsoever what his real name is, what his nickname was, who called him what. Can you let me finish?
You called him. You in our face said, "That's not Aboud. That's not Amir. That's Aboud." We're showing you
the child on 4 September that GHF revealed for the first time ever on the 4th of September.
His name Abdul Rahim.
September. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
They
this
say
is the 4th
that.
Of September.
Did you show me a birth certificate? Did you show me a passport?
This was the 4th
I can
of
say
September.
anybody's
Can you show me a death certificate? Can you show me evidence that he's been unalived?
Hold on.
Because if you can find a video that's a proof of life, I'm pretty sure that outweighs your testimony.
I have video of Amir dead.
Okay, it's 4th of September.
The date matters here.
Anthony, 4th of September.
That's right, 4th of September.
Right, when this was posted. And going back down, here it is. Abdul Rahim Muhammad Aboud.
What does it say?
In bracket.
What does it say?
Aboud in bracket. The boy that is
that's
found.
right.
Abdul
that boy in
Rahim.
that picture is Aboud, not Amir.
No, Abdul
Dude, we're showing
Muhammad
you.
Habin,
Wait, okay, hold on a second.
And his mother appeared at the GHF secure distribution
I
site.
think something is getting lost here. Basically, Tasnima, your friend, when she was interviewing the child's mother, called the child.
Why do you say Tasnima, your friend, in a disparaging way?
No, it says you.
Sorry, she's a sweet girl, and I agree.
Why did you say it that way?
I'm just saying she's your. Oh my God,
she is my friend.
Sorry that I said that she's your friend. It seems like you guys are
okay.
pretty friendly. I'm not.
Guys, we just need to tone down. Let's take
Coach,
a deep
he did that. I didn't say
breath.
shit, dude.
I know.
Coach.
Okay.
And tell him.
I know that.
Because I just said Tasnimo, your friend.
I just like guys.
The child's name.
Down.
Coach, everyone's calm. When you do that, it makes it worse. So when Tasnimo says the boy's name, she mentions the nickname and his full name, which matches the caption in Fox News, Casey Akiva's work, Matt's work, and GHF's work with the boy that they ended up saving.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
So that he calls her child.
I have a bigger concern that when stuff went down with the GHF and you no longer worked for them, they did find manipulated videos and forged documents linked to you.
No, they didn't. What forged videos?
Yeah, like the metadata you're talking about, Tango, that they found.
Of what?
Go ahead. Nathan, go for it. You can do it. I don't care. To me, at this point, it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I could go into the metadata. Right before we get into this, because I've been hanging on this one.
Well, no, you just made an accusation of my character.
Well, I just want to know what proof you have that he's been unalive.
Stop.
Okay, why are we glazing over now?
Beach, I need you to please trust me. Beach, please trust me. Sorry about that. Mossad, did you want to finish?
Nathan? Oh, he's on mute. Hold on a second. You're on mute, Nathan.
Sorry about that. What I was just going to say was this. It's very simple, Anthony. You say that these are two different boys, right?
That's correct.
Are found.
Two different boys.
Okay, great. Can I ask you this question? Let's just do like just basic. What is it? What facial features, what any physical features is different on this boy that's different with this boy? Like, for instance, when I look at this boy and this boy, when I look at the ears, they look like the exact same ears. Do they look like similar ears?
I don't think so at all.
You think the ears are different?
Look at that left ear.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, let's just look at the ear for a second. Look at that left ear.
Sure.
Yeah, look how the ear on Abood, how it projects further out without that curvature. Now go back to Amir.
Yeah, but you also have an angle.
Left ear. Oh, so now you're talking about the angle of a picture. Show a better angle.
Well, yeah, because there's two different angles of the face where the camera's capturing it.
Has the same ears. They both stick out. That is a genetic quality. They both. His ears move away from his head. That is actually genetic, by the way. Some people's ears go towards their head. Some people's ears go away. That boy, those are the same ears. And not only that, one is higher than the other.
They're not the same.
And one folds in more than the other. And you can see on the right side of his face, that ear is lower.
Look at the neck
and on both sides,
not the same.
On the both sides, where you're holding him, his shirt is down further than this shirt on the picture on the left. But if you look, let's just quickly look at the ears on the right and the left. Can you make it a little bit bigger? So if you look at the ear on the right only, just the right, you can see that both images of this child, the ear flaps down and is lower than the ear on his left. And if you look at the ear on the left, they both extend outward from his face at a pretty extensive degree. He has ears that do not flap backward.
Guys, you gotta give him an opportunity to speak.
Yeah, go ahead. Hold on. Tango's like mid-sentence.
Guys, too many chefs right now, please.
I know, but Tango's also mid-sentence, and he's over-talking everybody, cutting her off mid-sentence.
I get it. Just, that's why I'm saying, let's everybody take a deep breath.
Yeah.
The other thing that
conversation.
I
think he got a call. No, he got a call. It went to like coffee cup, like where people lose battery, get a call.
Yeah.
No, he'll come back.
I wanted to take a moment because this part's very important. He wants to make the claim that it's not the same person.
I think it's really close. No, guys, I think it's
you guys. Hold on 1 second. The other thing is you can look at the crease underneath the boy's bottom lip. It is the same crease. You can look at where the child, the cheeks, where his cheeks would end up going if he smiled. It's the same crease on the cheeks. He has the same hairline, other than a little bit of his forward hair that brushed forward. Every single part of the child is the same, including the angle of the chin, the ratio from where his chin is to where his chest is, just all of it. Anyway,
but the one thing you are missing that's really
as well. Hold on, Beach, just real quick.
The lips.
I mean, I've been trying to do this. Respect.
I literally paint portraits for a living, and I literally look at faces 24/7, and you don't even need to look at their ears, you don't need to look at their eyes, you don't need to look at anything. You look at three things. It's called the triangle, from the temple to the other temple and down to the chin. And you can see the bone structure there is by far 99.8% the same in width, in height, and in length, from the eye to the eye. It comes into angles. You can see that it is exactly the same kid. If I was drawing his face and asking him to move from one side to the other, you can see it is the same kid, whether he's smiling or frowning. The bone structure, the height of the cheekbone, it is all exactly the same.
Also, look at the nose.
Bullshitting
you. The nose is very important as well. If you take a look at
the nose. You're more than welcome to.
Look at the shape of the nose right here.
But you're the one who's saying he's dead when we've got proof of life that he's alive. We've got the kid saying, wait, again, we've got video of him, proof of life, saying he's alive. His mother saying he's alive. Hold on, let me finish. You can't show saying that he's alive and well. So again, until you can show again, I'm mid sentence. Tony, please be quiet. Until you can show evidence that he's in fact unalived, whether that is a death certificate, a video, footage, something that proves it, the fact that we have a proof of life video, like, literally debunks everything you say. Right? So come with the evidence, or just admit that you don't know yet.
No, I do know that he is dead. What I will say is, to the individual that was just speaking, what do you go by? Beige? What do you go by? Hello?
Beige, I'm literally laughing whatever you answer. Sorry.
What was he saying?
I simply asked, what name do you go by? You go by Beige?
Sure.
Okay. Just asking so I can refer to you as a person. I'm not going to say guy. So Beige. Yep. Okay. There is proof that he is dead.
If you say so. If you say so.
There is further corroboration from other UG Solutions employees who were there when this 4 September happened that have confirmed to those that need to know and those that have agency in this decision that is not the same boy.
Okay. What part of him that does not look the same? You said it was the ears. We looked at the ears.
To me, from me looking at it, the cheeks, the ears, the hair, the scar on
let's take it one by one.
A Bood's forehead, the scar. No, I'm going to say, okay.
Nathan, I just want people, there's 200 people listening. One, I really need everyone to tap Coach's screen. Right now, Nathan is big. So in order to tap, you're going to have to tap Coach's box. Please tap, tap, tap and like the live. We really appreciate it. And it helps protect the live and let people know people are interested. The other thing I want to point out is that Abood is a nickname, short for Abdul, which is the boy's first name. And Amir is his nickname that other people call him because he's the little prince. And that's even what his family had described and what your colleagues described. I just want to make sure people are aware of that when we're using these names interchangeably. It's the same child with multiple nicknames and names. He has 4 full names.
So
already.
he has multiple mother figures, multiple names,
multiple
nicknames.
No. Oh my God. It wasn't multiple mother figures.
And you're
it was
telling
his
me
mother
that
and his aunt. That's cultural.
No, I have until
Tony,
you just said
cultural.
That right now, I have never heard
that's cultural,
the aunt
Tony.
claim.
That's cultural, Tony.
It's not cultural. He had a mother and he had a stepmother.
So which one did you meet on Tasneem's
I don't
live?
know.
Who was that?
Nor is it important. It doesn't matter who claims to be his mother or not.
Tasneemo claims that it's his mother, so that's why I asked you, did Tasneemo get it wrong? And you said it was correct.
That it was her mother because that woman reached out to her.
Okay, so then she got... just happens to be with the same boy. Right? That's basically what you're saying.
That woman sitting right there may very well be Abood's mother. That's not Amir's mother or stepmother.
No, but this is the same one that claims that this is Amir's mother as well on Tasneem.
I don't think that's the same person.
You don't think?
Okay, but she's sitting there with the child. You're sitting here making a claim that her child's dead, and she's telling the world. She's going on TikTok.
I don't think that's the same woman.
GHF.
Yeah,
she went to Al Jazeera.
And I will say it. I will say it again.
Live. So you're going to tell the mother of your child.
That child. I'm just really sitting right there. Abood may very well be that mother's child. That child is not Amir, and that woman is not Amir.
She acknowledges Amir in multiple interviews. She present that name to her.
She said Amir.
No, they present the name to her. Yes, they present the name to her.
Okay. Who does?
That's his nickname. People call him, even in his own, it's just indigenous communities. People call each other's kids lots of nicknames. Like if someone's
well, then so why was the premise?
Like when there's a little
why was the premise of this from the beginning that I just made
You're such
up
a little
some
princess. You're such a little princess.
I'm sure it is.
So the GHF workers testified, they gave an under oath testimony. They put their hand on a fucking Bible and they raised their hand and they said they would tell the truth and sworn testimony that the name Prince or Amir, which means Prince in Arabic, is something you guys came up with together.
Provided their testimony under oath like I have?
There's not been a court case. They were deposed. They put their hand on a Bible to be deposed. And it's called giving sworn testimony.
They didn't give sworn testimony.
Yes, they did. They were sworn under oath.
Under who? To who?
Wait, I'm confused.
Have you not seen the documents?
I have seen the documents that the UG Solutions provided.
Yeah, so anytime
my documents that I've taken under oath have been to the United States government by people that have authority and agency.
Again, it doesn't matter when you go and give a deposition. No, sir. No.
How is it a deposition to what?
In the United States and under United States law, when you're giving testimony
what
for
rules
a company,
apply in Israel?
It doesn't matter. These would be American workers. They'd be under American law. One.
Oh,
okay?
they're under American law.
Two.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying
when a company that's an American company wants to have their employees give testimony, they bring in a court reporter or a stenographer, meaning to take the testimony. Okay. They make them take an oath to swear to tell the truth. They sit down and their testimony is documented.
Well, it'll be
we have
pretty,
9 of those. We have 9 of what's called those affidavits.
That if it does,
we have 9 of those affidavits.
Where there 9 of them. There's 10. There's 10. Let's be clear.
No, but I'm saying we have 9 of those affidavits, and
you
those
have 10
9
of them.
affidavits.
There were 10 of them they released. You should have 10.
Many talk about how the GHF workers came up with that name to call him Little Prince, which in Arabic is
not
Amir.
Not true.
Okay, well, I don't have your deposed testimony.
You're not going to get them because you're not part of the agency that has anything to do with any of this, which goes back to the point that I've been trying to make. I have zero interest in trying to convince any of you of anything. I will continue to tell the world that Amir was killed by the IDF because it is true.
Anthony,
there is nothing that any of you can do about it.
So look, Anthony, I want to believe you. Okay, I want to believe you saying that this boy is not the same as this boy.
Dude, I could turn back time and take you there, and you wouldn't.
So here's what I'm
because you're not going to believe anything.
Our eyes are showing us that this is the exact same boy by almost all the facial features. You said that these are different facial features. You said that the ears are completely different. I'm wondering, okay, what about the ears is different on this boy than this boy?
The shape, proximity to the head.
We had Beige on here, who's an artist that does portraits.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know who.
Yeah, like.
I mean, Tony's just like, my feelings are.
Yeah, like Tango, like for instance, he said the cheeks, right?
So will you allow me to speak?
No, that's because he's smiling, but his lips are the same.
Oh, yeah. So you've got excuses for everything. What I'm going to say, Coach, Coach, I sent you a separate message. Go ahead and read it whenever you want. Number 2.
I got you.
I have zero interest in convincing any of you of anything. The truth that I have is the truth.
Yeah, you can have fun with Nick. Okay, Nick's here. You can send him the stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead and send him the stuff that you said you would send him, please.
And Anthony, really quick, because I've just been holding this and I just really want to land this as much as I can. Like when I look at the facial features, like the ears, they literally look like the exact same ears. And when you say they're different,
I don't think they do. Why?
What part of it is different?
You're not going to
the shape and the way they're pointed, and why does the boy? Why does Abood in the jacket have a scar on his forehead, but the kid that I'm looking at in the right doesn't?
You can't. It's hard to see it. You can't necessarily see it.
Oh,
and by the way,
okay. Well, I definitely don't see it there at all.
You can't see it. The other thing too, when you talk about the cheeks, look
what
at
about the hair? His hair got curly.
No, the hair's the same hairline.
No, it's not. That hair is not the same.
They cut his hair, but it is curly, actually. You can see the curl.
They did plastic.
You can see the curls right there in the front.
They did plastic surgery. They gave him dental work because his incisor isn't broken.
Hold on.
They gave him surgery. They gave him dental work. They gave him a haircut.
Anthony, hair can grow. Okay. We all know that hair can grow. What we look at is a hairline. Hairlines don't really change.
What do you mean? What we look at? Are you?
Hairlines don't change.
Nathan, on the picture on the right. On the picture on the right, those are curls right there. Yes, those are curls.
They're not.
They just. Yes, they are, sir. Yeah, those are curls.
I took that.
My children and myself are very curly.
You can see the hair curling.
You can see the curl and the shadow. Those are curls.
Okay, guys, real quick. We just have one more piece of business that I want to put to bed, Nick. Like he said, he's tried to nudge you. He can't message you. Can we try to fix this or resolve this?
There's no reason to fix it. He's lying, and I can prove it. He follows me, and I follow him. Give me a chance to prove it. We both follow each other. There is, and anyone on TikTok, whether you're pro-Pal or pro-Israel, knows factually, when you follow each other, there is no message request or hidden messages. Okay, when you follow each other, you can send each other a message. Even if there was a message request, which there is absolutely not, even when you do have a message request, you're still allowed to send one message, and then from there, you have to accept it. Here is taken from just a few hours ago.
You're allowed to send three messages.
Okay, fine. Well, sometimes it's one, sometimes it's three, depending on your...
In others that I have texted through that...
Okay, one second. So here is our messages right here. I took this because I was in class because it's Tuesday night, and Mideast messaged me saying, hey, he said he tried to send you a message. So I took this screenshot when Mideast texted me just some couple hours ago, or 3 hours ago. This is the most up-to-date text message from 2 to 3 hours ago. As you guys can see, not only does it not say anything about accepting a request, but there's also 0 messages. This is your account, right, Al Pastor?
Yeah.
Do you agree you follow me and I follow you?
I'll have to look. I don't know if
okay, well, let's look together. Let's go to your account right now. Let's go to your account right now.
Well, to be clear, this is a guest account that was set up for me to use.
It doesn't really matter who or what.
You're right. It doesn't. I'm just clarifying. I mean,
no, I'm with you. So here, let me turn on my camera just to show you, since you don't remember if you follow me or not. Let me turn off that. Here it is right here. Here's your account. It says we're friends, which means we follow each other.
Then while we're all looking at it right now, click message and send me a message that says, hey, Tony, send me the link.
Sure. Here's message, as I proved to you. Okay. No messages from him. Like, he lied to you guys where he said he tried to send a message. There's no message. I just clicked it.
If I can't send you a message, how would you have a message?
He said that he nudged you, so you would have had the
I don't have a message. I'm showing you I don't have a message. I just clicked message, and I will show you right now.
Nick, you also don't have a nudge from him, which he...
I will go out and do a nudge.
He nudged you.
Okay.
I will put hi.
Well, Nick...
And there it is. 1 second. There it is. 1 second. There it is. I just sent hi. Notice how it doesn't say anything about message request or anything. I just sent it to you. You've sent me 0. So I don't know why you have to lie and say that you've sent me. You haven't sent me
anything. I'm not lying about anything.
You did. Well, okay. Well, let me ask you, since this is the first time I've talked to you, because so many people, so maybe everyone else is lying, have told me that you said on this live that you tried to send me something and I won't accept your request.
I tried to send you a message, and in the message sending, it says you cannot this person's privacy settings. You cannot send a message. So I sent a nudge.
Okay, perfect. Let's debunk that right now. So here it is right here. I have 99 plus message requests. So no, my privacy settings are not there. Here's someone from 1634 today sending me a message. Here's everyone else sending me messages.
Nick, hold on. He just said it. Hold on. He just said it again that he sent you a nudge. I want anyone can message Nick real fast and send him a nudge so that Aguilar can see what it actually looks like. So he stops lying about the nudge. He just said it again.
As I just showed you guys, my privacy settings are very clearly not off to where you can't send it. It will send it to the request form, but you can send it. I just showed you one from 1634 today. And I also, in live time, in front of everyone, just clicked on your profile showing we're friends and clicked message. I just showed everyone.
How many accounts do you have?
3.
Holy shit. Okay.
No, stop. Before you're about to lie again, let me say something.
I'm not lying about anything,
No,
Nicholas.
wait. I know what you're about to say, and just so everyone knows, I checked every single message. I did not only check the live account.
Pull them up.
Oh my God. So let me show you guys real quick. Watch this.
I just sent you a message that shows a nudge so that people could see it. If you want to show it so that people know that he's not talking.
Nick, aren't you engaged?
What does that matter?
What?
Well, because I mean, in your message there, you had a message from Grindr. I think that's weird if you're engaged.
Grindr.
Okay, so I just want to show you. I nudged him.
Chops.
I just want to show you. I just nudged him in direct message. You can see my profile pic there. That is what a nudge looks like. You never nudged him.
What was that comment for, Tony?
Because he realized he's getting called out, so he rather attack
I'm not getting called out. I was just trying to...
He's attacking me as a person now instead. He's attacking as a person now because he doesn't have an argument.
Anthony, you found a way to message me. How did you figure that one out? You found a way to crash out of my DMs. Oh, Bob the Builder. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were messaging until you blocked me. That was cool.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't block you.
Just so you guys see right here, here's Anthony's following. He also
the
follows,
account with you there with the
yes, he also follows this account.
Nick, you just lied again. I didn't block him. You just lied again. I did not block you. You blocked me. You said bye and blocked me.
You and I, Bob the Builder, have been messaging back and forth.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. It really, honestly, it doesn't matter. So
it doesn't.
Wait, why did you just lie again?
I don't know what the purpose of the comment was, to try to, like, I don't know, say I'm gay or something. I don't have a problem with gay people. I don't know why you're trying to use that as like a gotcha.
I don't either. I didn't know.
Well, you used it as
Grindr is. I don't know.
You literally just used it as an insult, so that's kind of a weird thing. But okay,
how is it an insult?
You just said you were joking about it.
Yeah.
How would you know what Grindr was? You just said I was joking about the Grindr thing. It was a jab, like you.
Fine.
Why would you make a joke about a website?
Trying to change the subject because I showed everyone in live time. He even told me.
No, you can show everybody in live time. And what I will say, Nick, before you came onto this earlier, I don't know if they told you this or not. I will be in California for 4 days. I will gladly pay out of pocket to take an Uber to come up to you, and we can sit down with my laptop and look at all of the videos, and I can show you, furthermore, that the affidavits of these 10 individuals that said that they were at the sites,
That's not what you said you were going to show me.
I'll show you the videos of the children being killed.
Why don't you just send them to me? I just told you, right? I told you the first time we talked.
Because I don't trust you, Nick.
Trust me with what? What could I do with it?
So he's moving the goalpost now.
So now the goalpost
for everyone that wasn't here 2 weeks ago when I talked with Anthony, I swore on my son, my channel, that if he sends me a video that proves the specific thing that he said he would send, I'm not going to corroborate his entire story, but I told him if he proves that specific story, I would make a video saying that I don't know about all of his claims, but this one is correct. He sent it to me. Here is the proof. And I still have that offer.
Can I go?
You never sent it to 1 second. Let me finish.
And we just go.
Just let me finish. Just let me finish, please. I have not been rude to you. I've not done anything to you. I haven't made jokes against you. I don't particularly agree with you, but that's fine. We don't have to agree to each other. I've never been rude to you.
How many times have you called me a liar, Nick?
You are a liar.
I'm not a liar.
You said you sent me a message and you didn't, or you tried to nudge me. You never did. Okay.
I did.
Coach, expand.
I literally just showed everyone in live time. I don't care if you're pro-Pally or pro-Israel or whatever. You guys all saw it. You can still be pro-Pally. I just want to make this clear, you guys. If you're pro-Pally listening to this, you can still be pro-Pally and realize, you know what? Nick just got on live and showed us all with the camera on.
Well, Nick, I don't think a lot of anybody from either side trusts you either.
Anthony, I just want to
just showed it on live.
I have tried to message you, and I will do it again.
That's not what you said.
You don't have to try it anymore.
Anthony, I just showed you.
Now I can just respond to his hi.
You guys, we follow each other. You don't have to try to message me. If you're friends on the app, you can message.
Anthony, by the way,
by actually sending a nudge.
Well, what I would say is, when did you accept my follow on this new page you have? Why did you? Because you have 3 pages. So
what do you mean? I don't have to accept the follow because I'm a public page. I only have to accept it if I'm private. Dude, you're trying so hard, and even
trying anything.
Realize it's wrong. You just said, when did you accept my... I don't have to accept anything. I'm a public page, Anthony. If someone clicks follow on me right now, it's done. There's no accepting. Do you not understand how this app works?
What about the one where you have the other page?
I am public on every page, Anthony. I have no.
Then why is it that when I tried to message you, it said your privacy settings won't allow me to message you until you accept?
I just showed everyone. I just showed it on live time that someone messaged me at 16:34.
Well, you showed what you have. What have you deleted?
It doesn't matter if I delete it or not, because even if I could, I can't delete it from your end. So if you did, then show us the screenshot.
Oh, so you want me to show you the screenshot from my end? So why?
No. I'm simply saying it doesn't exist because I just showed everyone that the message wasn't there. But if you could have deleted. Let me finish. If your new argument is that I deleted it, well, that won't work either because you can't delete the other person's side. I can delete my own. That's true. If that's your new argument.
Shall we try it where I just nudged you and I can say I just nudged you and delete it and you could show them what it looks like. At this point, the lie doesn't have anywhere to go, Anthony. You can just say you made a mistake, dude.
Real quick, I just want to say
I haven't made a mistake. I attempted to message Nick the first night we talked,
Bob.
and the message wouldn't be accepted.
Yes, please, real quick. This is another lie on top of everything. Anthony, you said I blocked you. Again, that's just not true at all. It literally shows that you blocked
in the conversation
me.
that you and I were having back and forth.
You blocked me.
When I tried to send you another message,
because you blocked me.
I got the little circle X, and it said that I couldn't send a
Anthony,
message.
I'm showing that you blocked me right now. I'm showing that you blocked me right now. This is you blocking me. I wouldn't be able to. It would say unblock if I blocked you. I cannot unblock you.
Correct.
I cannot do
That's
anything
correct.
because you blocked me. You're. Oh, jeez.
Dude, anyways, look. This
in the
is
midst
best
of you
way,
and I
okay?
conversing, Bob the Builder,
Finger slip.
you
can close the thing.
You blocked me in the middle of the conversation that we were having.
I just okay, sure.
Dude, the best thing to do to move forward, right,
Hold
is
on.
just
That doesn't
simply
work.
say...
Hold on, Nick. That doesn't work either because when someone blocks you, you still see the messages and it says account not found and it has their @ That's incorrect also, Anthony.
I still have all of his messages.
Dude, Anthony,
I'm
the
sure
best
that you
thing
do have
can
all.
do,
I have all of
Anthony,
your
I'm going to give
messages,
you a
and I
little
would
bit
say
of a
that-
tip. I'm going to give you a little bit of tip. Just say, you know, if you want to have some kind of plausible deniability with lies, just say you made a mistake and we can move on, because I'm showing
I'm not
people
lying.
live time that not only are my privacy settings not like that, because if my privacy settings were like that, I wouldn't have a 99 plus in my message request. I'd have 0. You
I
can't
don't even
set
know what that
One
means.
second. You cannot set privacy settings for only one person on the app. It's not like I can say, hey, TikTok, I want everyone to be able to send me a message other than Anthony Aguilar. That's not how it works. And by the way, pro pallies know I'm right about this too. They're not going to be on my side, of course, but even they're like, yeah, that's actually true, dude. And so even they're laughing at you because it's not a thing. So if you're going to sit here and say, oh, Nick, your privacy settings don't allow for messages, I just opened my camera and showed everyone the massive amount, 99 plus, meaning it's so high that they stop counting, right? You don't, the ticker doesn't go up anymore. That's how many messages
I don't know
have.
if you're trying to flex. I don't know what that means.
It's not about flex. It's about how could it be possible? Like, how could it be possible that my privacy settings are like that? But everyone, one second.
I mean, do you have me blocked?
How could it be possible that everyone has been able to send me a message but you?
Everybody? Well, I don't think everybody, because I can't.
Okay, moving on. Okay, I just sent everyone a message.
I mean, I think it would be pretty cool.
I just showed everyone
that when I'm in California, you and I sit down and meet, and you can do a little live, and we can look through all of it.
Let's move forward, okay? I just showed everyone that clearly the messages are not blocked between you and I. I just said hi. If it was blocked, I wouldn't have been able to send that. So if you want to sit here and say you're not lying, I honestly don't care. The arguments speak for themselves. Let everyone else to figure out if you're lying or not. I just showed everyone that the messages are not blocked. It never was. I was able to send it. You know why? Because the messages were never blocked. So now you can respond. All I ask is just send the videos. Once I see those 3 videos you said that are in there, I promise you I will go around and tell everyone, hey, I don't know about everything Anthony said, but this specific thing is true. I promise you.
Well, I will send it, but I do not believe you, because I don't think that that's ever going to be your position.
You have 300 people watching right now.
Well, I don't think that really matters.
You, nobody would. If he'll show us that
you could send it right now. And I'll look at it. You could just send it right now. If you're so scared that I won't do it, just send it right now.
And if Nick won't do it, he will lose credibility in front of 300 people.
Oh yeah, he will.
Like I don't understand. Like, dude, I'm not here to like automatically just call you a liar. I don't know you, dude.
Well, you know what, Nick? That's the first truthful thing you said, that you don't know me. You've been calling me a liar.
I only say truthful things, dude, because you lied.
Going months back before you and I ever communicated in any way, shape, or form. You had on your page calling me a liar and calling me all kinds of names, and you don't even know me.
Also backed up with okay, let me ask you something. Did you go on an interview and say that you could not confirm if Amir was dead or not? Did you say that before any videos or anything was released?
What?
So after you left last time we talked, I pulled up an interview from you where you said, and I quote, "You could not confirm, or anyone could confirm if Amir was actually dead." You said in that interview you just assumed he was. Do you agree that you said that in an interview?
What I said was, in terms of confirming his death, that I did not have the ability to walk out to him and do proof of life.
Correct.
You just said you did.
Right. One second.
You saw the phone.
You guys, one second.
He's talking about the previous interviews.
Right.
I now have the video from the IDF that were there of Amir dead.
You have that video? Is that in the Google Drive you're going to send me?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great. Now that's a new thing on top of the 3 videos. If I see a video from the IDF and that is Amir dead, I will go around on these lives, including coaches, and say, "Hey, look, I do have the video. He's dead."
I think you should make a public apology video if that happens.
But wait, I have a question. If you have the video of Amir dead, why don't you just post it on X and just prove? Literally, that would be the biggest breaking news story ever, because everyone thinks you're a liar, even on the pro-Pally side. Literally, there are pro-Pallies on X.
Wait,
One second, you guys. There are pro-Pallies on X, even prominent ones, who are literally like moving on from you because they're like, "Hey, I don't know if it's true or not anymore." They're not particularly like automatically buying it, but they've moved on. You could break the fucking internet, at least that corner of the internet.
Moved on from what?
There are people on X, after the story came out, some were trying to say, "I don't know if it is or isn't true," like that's the best they were doing, but people were moving on from you. They were saying that you're a liar.
That's fine. They can. You can all move on from.
Dude,
me.
it's not about if we could or couldn't. I'm just saying.
Well, you just said you do. Go ahead. It doesn't matter to me.
Oh my God.
But you have the ability to set the record
If
straight.
it doesn't matter to you, you wouldn't be on these lives for hours just talking about it. If you have the proof, why don't you just expose it right now?
I am on the line for hours because in the 2 times that I have come on to the live, and where's the psychoanalyst that always liked to psychoanalyze me?
I don't really care. You're not answering my question. Why don't you post, if you're not going to give it to like Tucker Carlson or BBC or Candace Owens or whoever, why don't you just
Tucker Carlson's seen it, and I have had no contact with Candace Owens.
Wait a minute. Tucker Carlson has seen new information proving that Amir is dead, and he decided not to roll with it?
We haven't yet, but
that's interesting. That's
the world would roll with almost anything. The rest of the world,
that he saw this,
the rest of the world doesn't, because there's a lot more. Because there's a lot more. There's a lot more to it. There's so much more to it.
You just said it was proof of him being dead.
Yeah, there's so much more. In addition
but why
to
would
just
he
that,
show this breaking news? Like, hey, Amir actually still is dead, and you said it was from the IDF, which means it's not. And you're telling me that Tucker Carlson won't even say it?
We can't see the chat, fam, though.
Well, not yet.
Well, hold on.
Anthony,
Coach,
right now.
That's interesting.
Bob, just so fast. Coach, can you switch me for bro? He really wants to.
Matt Tardio has seen it.
Okay.
So, real quick,
wait,
Anthony,
when did you send it to Matt Tardio?
Actually, shortly right after I got it, I sent it to him directly on the Signal chat.
But that was in August. You said you didn't acquire this until you went to the Human Rights Watch in September, and by that point, Matt had already blocked you.
What are you talking about? Was in August?
You said when you sent all that information to Matt, that was in August.
Yeah, that's when I sent him the original. The original Google Drive link that's still an active Google Drive. And recently, when I got the videos, I sent them to him. Nick,
but
my communication with Matt Tardio isn't just on the live. I communicate with Matt Tardio over Signal and text.
I know he told me. Yes, he blocked you.
I know
he didn't block me. I communicated him recently.
Anthony, I know you mentioned you don't trust Nick. I'm a pro-Palestinian. I've been advocating for them for almost 2 years now. Can you send it to me? I'll give you my university email, not a burner email. So if I screw you over or anything, you know my full name.
Sure.
Okay.
Wait, but if I screw him over, he has my full name too, because my full name is Nick Matau.
Wait a second. Why is it sure to a pro-Pally, but not sure to Nick?
No, wait, I don't care.
While we're
Send it to bro too. Send it to everyone, dude.
I know, but it's so weird. Like, sure, he's not going to do it.
I think Amir is alive.
He's not going to do it.
Hold on, let bro. Wait, bro. What did you just say?
I think Amir is alive 100%. They look exactly the same. But if you show me video,
how about this? How about this? Send it to both of us, because if I lie or try to crop something or do whatever it is that you think you don't trust me for, then bro will have the exact same Google. One second, bro will have the exact same Google Drive. 1 second. 1 second. Bro will have the exact same Google Drive, so he'll know if I'm lying or not.
And Anthony, you can send it to him on the live right now. You don't even have to leave the live. You can click on Nick's profile, you click on the bubble, and you click message, and you can send it to him on the live. We don't have to move from here. We don't have to go anywhere. You can send it right now.
Also, Anthony, I know you were there for a few weeks.
Yeah,
GHF was there for 6+ months. There's a lot of evidence that points to the GHF doing horrible things at or near those sites.
Bro, just hold on. Anthony,
you don't have to die on the hill of Amir.
Anthony, can we do that right now just to get this out of the way?
No, to me with Amir, if Bob can stop interrupting. So the point with Amir is not about dying on a hill. It doesn't matter what any of you think.
Okay,
the boy is dead.
Yes, he's on a live.
And it doesn't
video.
And guess what? Like I said I'll say it now again, since Nick is on now. It doesn't matter what any of you think. You can all
agree with that.
hate me, call me a lie. It doesn't matter.
I mean, I agree.
Why would you debate them for hours if it doesn't matter?
I'm not debating anybody for hours. I was. You all keep making assumptions.
Hold on.
I came onto the live and was. I came onto the live and was listening, simply as a listener.
It does matter.
And I was brought up to speak.
I agree, actually, with Anthony, that, like, even me personally, any of us on a personal level, it really doesn't matter. I'd say the overall truth of the thing matters, but I agree that I don't matter just as much as you don't matter.
The truth of the thing matters.
But
and
regardless,
I agree with Anthony on something.
The agency and the authority
One second. I get like 5 words on, I get interrupted. I agree that we don't matter, but this is the conversation now. People have conversations all the time on things that particularly don't matter in the grand scheme of things. So what? It's a non-argument.
But this matters because he has put his own brand, out there, and the brand.
I don't have a brand.
He witnessed this child be unalive.
His brand is ran through the mud. Tucker Carlson won't have him anymore.
This is the thing. There's many accusations against the GHF.
I'm still
accusations. There's testimony on the ground. They've been on the ground for months. Aguilar was there for a few weeks. It doesn't live or die.
It doesn't matter. Aguilar said something.
Yes, agreed.
To harm IDF.
His testimony, bro, has been utilized as like some kind of, because you want to know why Anthony's testimony is utilized at a higher rate, even on our side, is because you have your name out there. Whereas 99% of a lot of these articles, they say, according to this anonymous source that we're not going to tell you, trust me, bro. Yeah. You are not a trust me, bro, because you have your name out there.
I put my name on the line.
Press piece is not a trust me, bro. They have
but you haven't shown.
Yeah, no, they're trust me, bro. Yeah, whatever, bro. Yeah, that's cool. It's a trust me, bro.
But you
yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's a trust me.
I've never said a trust me, bro.
Not you, Anthony. I'm talking to bro.
Oh my God. Anthony, you use this and this story to catapult yourself into some limelight. I don't care.
That's not true.
I actually care if this story is true or not, and the rest of the world does. And if you
Amir being killed is true,
if you make a claim,
and you caring about it or not doesn't matter.
You owe it. You owe it to the public to then show the evidence, because your word doesn't mean anything anymore when we have evidence from Kiva and from GHF and from other people on the ground that the mother and the child are safe.
From who?
So now you have to. Okay, I already. You know the names.
No, who's Jeff?
She said GHF.
I said Casey Akiva. I said GHF, Casey Akiva, Daily Wire, Fox, multiple other outlets.
Casey wasn't there. Casey was.
You guys are so bad at this. You need to say either send me the video or you'll be dropped.
Agreed. That's the smartest thing bro's ever said.
I agree with you.
That's the smartest thing.
Yeah. I mean, look at it.
If I had a video that would debunk
all, we were waiting for Send it now. Send it now.
You're getting so upset.
No, I'm not upset, but bro is right, and I don't normally. 1 second. I don't normally ever agree with bro. But he's right about this.
Well, look at that. We're
send it now. Yeah, you're so bad that you got me and bro agreeing. Just send it now. Send it to bro and send it to me. And therefore, bro will know if I'm lying, although I If I promise something, I'm a man of my word, whether you like
Nick
me
will
or
send
not.
Nick will send you 2 lions for the video. For the link.
I don't. So someone explain to me how Hamas
No.
has benefited greatly from my.
Great, send it now before I answer. Nobody answer that
Why you
question.
pi-
Nobody
don't
answer
pivot.
that.
Don't
Nobody
pivot.
answer that.
Don't pivot.
Send it
Don't answer it.
now, Anthony.
Don't pivot.
I'm good.
Now you want to talk about that? That was the topic about an hour and a half ago.
Someone just put it in the someone just put it in the comment. That's why I said it. It just came up.
Anthony, if you click on his name, click on his bubble,
just
you
came
can go
up.
and click the message
Wait.
thing, and you
Oh,
can
I see
link
how to
to
do
the-
it now. You know, I see his little hi message. I see how to do it now.
Okay, so let's. All right, W.
Great,
I think I'll
great. So can you go ahead and drop and send it to him? That would be great.
I
And
think
then
I'll
you
wait.
come back.
Nick will donate
Okay,
to
so then you're not
I
a
don't
man
even
of your
think he
word.
needs to. He just has to swipe out of the app. He has to.
Yeah, no, but
He-
he's
he
proving
just
he's not a
needs
man of his word. He's not going to send it to Nick, who by the
Wait.
way, is a truth teller. He's not going to send it to Bro. He's not going to send it to anyone
Oh,
else.
sure, yeah.
He was
Nick is
I
never
am a
going to
truth
send it in
teller.
the
Nick
I
has
first
agree.
place.
never
truth
lied.
teller.
Yeah, truth teller.
Anthony, you could prove us
I am
all
a truth
Yeah,
wrong.
Nick
I
has
could.
never lied.
I could.
1v7.
There's-
Well,
I
he's
could.
certainly a man of his word, whether you think he's lied about whatever conflict or whatever the case may
Dude,
be.
if I
he's not
promise
going
you-
to announce this to all of these people twice and not do
Yes.
it.
And
You
then
know,
put
you
his
understand
credibility
people
on the
have
line,
record.
too.
You understand people have recorded this. They
He's
can hold
built
it to me.
a better reputation than
I'm
that.
sure they have.
All right, let's
Right.
hold this
So
way.
if
Everyone-
one second, you guys,
Nope.
if I say
He
that
has
I'm
echo.
going to make a video, if you send me actual undeniable proof, right? If you send that to me and it's undeniable, I have no issue saying, because by the way, it doesn't ruin anything. Even if something does happen, yeah, that stuff happens, but at least I'll know that Anthony, at least at that specific aspects, I don't know about everything, has told the truth. I'd have no problem saying
He
that.
can't do it. He can't do it because it would literally, the one thing that brought him into the sphere of public realm is this story.